goes. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to session 105 in the Adventures of Fortune's Blade. Special warm welcome to those of you who might be joining in for the first time. Welcome, welcome. We hope you enjoy all of the tomfoolery and ridiculousness that we get up to, whatever Elysium has in store for us. If you are looking for other ways to watch us or a different way to potentially catch up on the story or watch in the future, a few different ways to find us. Find us on Twitch. Search Dicefunctional on there, twitch.tv/Dicefunctional. You can check us out on YouTube. Just search Dicefunctional there as well. We have all of the previous sessions as well as some awesome gaming content, some of which is exclusive to YouTube, some of which you can see here on Twitch as well. Or, hey, if you like listening to these in podcast format, whether it's here or, in the future when we're actually allowed to go outside, just search Dicefunctional on your favorite podcasting platform. And if you enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a positive review. Hopefully, get a few of those in there and start getting more people on here. Any announcements, housekeeping, anything that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head?
No.
Okay,
really.
Cool. Yeah. We just got more fun stuff coming up, so be sure to continue to check us out. And if you enjoy what you're seeing here, make sure to let somebody else know. Let your friends know. Get them on here. But there's no time for that now. For right now, we need to get into the Adventures of Fortune's Blade. So, Connor, take it away!
Mine was more satisfying.
So distinct.
Mine was more satisfying.
So, what do you mean my audio is desynced?
It's the audio and video are completely desynced. It's like, so, it was so bad. You would talk, we would hear it, and then
is that better?
No.
Oh no.
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 Oh no.
Oh boy.
We have no DM today, guys. Free show.
I mean, I can fix it in
Haven't
post,
done
but I
anything
can't
about that
fix it
one.
now.
Can you fix it in post? Because that's gonna like.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You'd have to like.
I mean, you can't really fix it in post.
No, no, it's really bad.
Oh god, it's so off.
Yeah.
So off that if you fixed it in post, it would.
It would fuck up everybody else's audio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would run into everyone else.
I mean, my voice is clearly
Wait.
on time.
Hey!
Oh, what? Did it catch up?
Yeah.
Cut out.
You're good now.
What changed?
I don't know.
I did nothing.
I don't know, but that's gonna be a bitch for me to edit later. That's all I have to say.
No, you don't have to edit it because my voice is on time.
Yeah.
No.
You guys
Yeah,
are
the voice-
responding to me as I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But like,
Just
I'm gonna
leave it
get
in, it's
confused.
fine.
Yeah, leave it in. This is what
Yeah,
happens.
I'm gonna-
Look, this is what happens when we're remote. When we're in person, this won't be an issue.
This is
Yeah,
true.
sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll
I
just
don't
be
know.
like
They're
a
gonna find
big
ways
Sylvan
to
issue.
think themselves in person. Give them time.
Oh, it
Gonna
will.
learn
With our luck,
ventriloquism
it
just
will.
to fuck with people.
No, what I'll do is I'll wear one of those little headsets that like
Jammers?
mess up your an audio
Yeah,
jammer.
I'll do the whisper.
Where we had last
no.
left our group of intrepid adventurers, you guys had made your way into the plain of Elysium and had begun making your way towards the nearest landmark that you could possibly find, a tremendous mountain nearby an ocean. Heading down towards the southeasterly direction, you guys ran across several things, including but not limited to a dire owlbear who you proceeded to kill, an elderly woman who was significantly less than friendly, a very large Elysian titan who was very much looking to have a fight but couldn't do much to help you guys. After that, let me double check the list because I actually do have one. Yes. You then ran into a foggy forest full of Lyrican that proceeded to play some tricks on you and steal some of your stuff. And then you found yourselves in a village in the middle of Elysium that appeared to be heavily druidic, and inside you saw the familiar form of one Tick, a Blue Cloaks member who died not terribly long ago. But along the way, you also came across one of those Lyrican who was willing to do some work with you. Larold was his name. He was going to try and do some engraving on the ruby you guys had. It was going to take some time, but he might be able to help you. But where you just left off, you guys are in the druidic village. It desynced again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
it's fine. Your voice is on time, and that's the more important
Yeah.
part, I think. So
Yeah.
it'll just do what it wants.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I
just
think
no
I
one look
can
at Connor.
improve. Yeah, don't look at me.
On a sticky note, just
Right
Put
over.
it-
Yeah,
right
just
over
a
here.
just a sticky note with a little circular face and a smiley on it.
I know
Yeah.
it has to
Yeah.
have pearls so we know it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So you
Yeah.
know it's
DM
me.
book.
Here's
There's
what
only
you
one
do.
DM here. God damn it!
Yeah.
I mean, you were gonna say there was only one.
There's a
person
lot
over
of
here, and I'm
DMs
like,
here,
you
there's
know,
only
There's
one for
one,
this
two,
game.
three, four DMs here.
I'm the only
we
one
all pull
working
out
as a
DM
DM right now.
screens. For now.
For
We're
now.
a very technical group.
Very.
Yep.
Who
But,
wants to be
uh,
second DM? Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can. Am I desynced again?
no,
No, you're
You're
fine.
back.
It's gonna
Okay.
occasionally
It's
like
break.
We're gonna
totally
have to just deal with
random.
it at this point.
Okay. So, as I said, you guys had found yourselves in a druidic village, and had found Tick. What do you guys want to do?
Start a fight.
Probably leave it up for the people who actually
Start
see
a
him.
fight.
Let's
Sure.
start a fight right here. I don't know what
No,
to do.
Cody,
Let's
you
do.
wouldn't. I mean, Haru wouldn't know her anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Sure.
This is Mercy in character stammering 'cause she's not sure what to do.
Hmm.
Tick.
Yep, that'd be me.
How you been, buddy?
Pretty good, to be honest. It's not bad over here.
Sorry about the whole dying thing.
It's bound to happen eventually. Not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah, but we should have been there. You wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for us.
You were busy. Not much else to it.
We were busy going to a party.
Still busy.
Hmm.
We couldn't have known it was gonna end the way it did.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah. Who was the other member that died? I don't remember. Michelle. Michelle didn't.
That was... I might still have it written down. Let me double check. Give me a second.
Yeah. No. I should have this written down too. This is bad.
That was Maya Suez.
Ah. That's right. That's what I kind of feel guilty about. Is Maya around? Or
Not here. No.
Do you know where she went?
No. I also don't know where she went.
Are you alone in this village?
No, not at all. There are other people. They're sleeping at the moment. I'm just maintaining my watch.
Good idea.
Can't shake old habits.
Once an adventurer, always an adventurer.
It's how it is.
True.
Granted, not going to be doing a whole lot of adventuring right now, but still.
Just in general, or is there a reason why you're not adventuring?
There's no need to. I'm sure I could, but as of now, this is it.
keep quiet for a bit and get used to your new surroundings.
Something
Makes
like
sense.
that.
So everyone here, well, druidic.
Not really. A
Hmm.
lot of the folks here were just normal folks, and then I kind of rolled by. Figured
Hmm.
I could give them a hand, getting their houses into better shape, and making things a little bit easier for them, so I did.
That's nice of you.
May as well put my talents to use.
Agreed. Agreed. So, we're here looking for a few things. Would you be up for potentially trying to help us or point us in the right direction at all?
I can certainly do what I can.
Alright. Well, we're on our way to, what was it, some sort of outpost or something like that.
Of the city.
The
An
inn.
inn. Alright.
We are
Oh,
also looking
the
for
inn.
the city if you happen to know where it is.
well, it's definitely on that mountain. It's not on the side that's visible right now. See, the side that's facing the ocean over there that's where where it is. You'll see a bunch of water falling off it, but unfortunately from this angle you just can't catch it.
So it
Alright.
is the right now. We're just on the wrong side.
We're on the western side of the mountain. You need to be on the eastern side.
Got it. Actually, that's even more helpful. Alright. Well, at least it's good. Do we need to... I don't... Hired keeping track of things and they don't mention time like it is now. Do we need to take a rest here?
I think we still have some time. There we go.
Connor can double check that.
I believe we still have about 12 hours left before we
Yeah.
absolutely have to go.
Because like,
So,
is the inn at the city? I don't
no,
know.
the inn is not.
It's not.
Yeah.
On the other side.
It's along the way, basically.
Yeah, I think our goal was to try and get to the inn.
So,
Alright.
You guys arrived at the village during the night, and this is a 6-hour night, so you're currently going on about 45 hours without sleep.
We have 96. We can go without sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
We
still
should-
got
We should
a
keep
good
going.
chunk.
Alright.
Actually, weird question, because this is all Geordie, and there's a chance you might know it since we're kind of looking for a plant lady. We're looking for an Azata that's a Vanellia.
Paranoia.
Veranelia.
I don't know them personally, but I know of them. They're typically, they do enjoy greenery and stuff like that. With that said, they also do try to keep things healthier. So it's entirely possible you could find one over in that desert.
We had heard that they like interesting places.
Every Azata likes an interesting place.
I guess it would make sense. She'd probably make something like an oasis in the desert.
Oasis in the desert, more lush greenery, who knows? Something like that. At least that would make the most sense.
I'd ask if you knew if there was a volcano around here, but
Volcano? Certainly
The
not
other one-
nearby.
the other one we could look for is made of lava. So,
Oh. Brigidine.
Yeah.
Again, haven't heard of any nearby. There probably is a volcano or two nearby, but none that I've seen, and they should be pretty noticeable. So it's either underground, hidden, or I don't know what.
at the very least, it sounds like there's a chance that an Azata we could ask for help from on this floating island.
Definitely. And this is technically a floating island, yeah. very big one, but technically.
I mean, technically all land is floating island, isn't it? It's in water. We don't have time to go down that rabbit hole.
Well,
You're more than welcome to rest here if you want. If you stay for a morning, I'm sure folks can make some food for you guys. But apart from that, I have information and not a whole lot else. I can maybe do a commune.
what we're thinking?
Do you know if there's any shops here? That could be
No, not the shops that you're thinking of, certainly.
worth a shot.
Well, no one's going to be taking coin. There's no need for it.
Oh, yeah. Gail, you said they trade favors here, right?
Aye.
I guess the thing we need, if we're hunting down Azata, I guess the biggest thing we might need is either, someone else on par with their power, because technically we don't need the specific Azata if someone in the city can break a curse. But I think our big issue right now is travel, because we're walking everywhere. Except for the hour that we were flying on moths. And if we have to go to the desert or find a volcano, who knows how far away that is. We have more time here, but still a time limit.
Well,
Well-
we could always check and see in the village if we're able to maybe
Trade
bargain
for-
for a ride or something.
You
That's
could
what I'm
also try a
thinking.
teleport. If someone's strong enough to do that or cast a spell like that,
I'm not there yet.
in theory, if you just go for a total crapshoot and just say, find me a volcano, you'll certainly find a volcano.
Mhm.
Who the
May not
fuck
be
knows
strong
how far away you're gonna go, though?
But there is
Hopefully not in
the
a
adventure,
volcano.
and one of them
Yeah.
might have that
I think our
ability.
best
And
bet
and
is-
didn't you say, sorry, and didn't you say that city was full of dead people?
I mean, technically,
Like-
this entire plane's full of dead people.
Yeah, but a lot of them.
You'll be
and-
surprised how many people here see dead people. It's a lot of them.
Thank you.
I'm seeing
Tick.
one right now.
Yep.
Fair.
My personal
Plenty
vote
of
is
dead
we,
folk there, plenty of Azata, plenty of everybody.
my vote is we keep moving.
I'm inclined to agree. We need to take advantage of the time that we have.
By the way, I should probably introduce myself, as you appear to know most of the rest of this group.
Yeah, I have no idea who you are.
My name is Haru.
Everybody calls me Tick.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Probably won't be seeing you all that much, being dead and all, but hey. Nice to meet you, at
Well-
least.
Connor,
There's always a possibility.
Hey, what's up?
basically, is anyone I meet here able to be is anyone able to be contactable, with contact of the plane?
Yeah, basically.
Well,
That's good
it's
to
good to know that you're doing well
Yeah.
in the afterlife.
Most folks hope to. I mean, when it comes down to it, eventually you hope to do well in the afterlife, don't you?
Suppose not everybody thinks about it until they are dying.
Not everybody gets to go somewhere nice.
No. I suppose probably not. In fact, I hope some of the people we've met don't go somewhere nice.
One can only hope for some of them. So, did you manage to ever find that guy?
Oh, the bastard, LaCroix?
Yeah.
He's kind of the reason we're here right now, so.
Yeah, actually.
He mega cursed our friend Maddie.
Tick is gonna look at you, Maddie. What do you do?
You put a death curse on me.
Uh-huh. Well, if it doesn't work out well, you're more than welcome to come here.
I'm not even sure if I'll end up being here.
Who knows? If you don't wind up here, then there are other planes. You could be in Nirvana or maybe heaven. Those are a bit too stuffy for my taste, though.
Well, Maddie's mom is from here, so good chance she'll end up here.
Who knows? But still, hopefully you do manage to stick it to him in some way or another.
We will.
Gale still needs his teeth.
Gross. Fair. Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Been good seeing you, Tick.
You as well. And out of curiosity, how are the others doing?
They're holding up. Everybody's holding up at the moment. Things have gotten a bit more complicated.
You know, with all Immune being Immune-y.
Well, if you see Razroth and Slyroot, tell them that it's not their fault. They did good.
Will do. Will do.
We will.
Now, hey, make sure you enjoy this place, huh?
That's the plan. You can stay if you want.
I think normally we would, but we want to make sure things get a little less complicated. If you will.
Maddie should come here when she's old and ready, not.
Since we have the tuning fork, we can also potentially visit again.
Well, you're more than welcome to. I certainly wouldn't say no.
Will do. Good seeing you, friend.
You as well.
For the record, I would have taken the tuning fork back from.
Oh no, he didn't walk away with the tuning fork.
Okay, so it is in my
Yeah.
possession because your girl is
We
getting
worked
paid
hard.
for that,
Demos
so-
did
We
it go.
worked hard for that tuning fork.
Demos didn't
Yeah.
go, well, have a nice one, and just walk off with the tuning fork.
We need that away.
I need to put that actually in my.
Wait, shit.
Let me put that in my inventory. Hold on.
Hold up!
Because
Actually,
you intend on taking a plane trip. Things have changed and smoke and taking have changed, so we'll see. At some point, I plan on taking a plane trip.
as we walk away, Mercy wants to look at Tick and go, I haven't gotten to use the spores yet, but give me time.
It's not a big deal. They'll last, they'll spread. You have plenty of time.
Hopefully annoy him very much. And then she's gonna follow the others.
You begin to move away from the small druidic village and leave behind your passed away friend. So, you guys used polymorph earlier. If you want, you can use it again, and it'll cut your time down more. But mind you, it's a spell slot. It's
I know. Let me
Yeah,
look
like-
at it.
that's what I'm
And
making
will
sure
say
you're
that's
aware,
up to
buddy.
you.
That's up to you if you
Yeah.
want
Let
to
me
do it
look
again.
at it. I still have
Exactly.
enough for 3 points. Because I know it's 4 if I twin spell it. Yeah, I have enough. Okay. I'll use my spell slot to turn Rowan Mercy into a moth again.
These two gigantic moths just appear and just.
Wax.
Or finally
One
knows
of
what
them,
it's like
one
to
of
be
them just
small.
kind of goes pat, 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 and just kind of like does like a little pattery dance on the ground. Mercy and Ro, you guys know, and you can follow directions, because that's not hard. There will be moments where like the group has to veer you back on course because you saw like a deer, and you're ready to go fucking gun after it.
I mean, venison's good.
That's just actual me.
That's just action.
Cows.
not even Ro, it's Jill.
Yeah. No, like literally.
Jill as a giant predatory moth, chasing down a deer and
Oh,
killing it
God.
for sport.
Oh, no.
Much like
She would
Shia
never
LaBeouf.
kill a deer for sport.
Sustenance, yes. I wouldn't just do like sport hunting. That's boring. Also, it's just stupid. Why? But you guys continue on through the night, and it will go uneventfully, save for that last vegan moth. No, save for that last meeting. Who would like to roll for the time?
Who didn't the last time?
I don't know. There have been
I think
6 of them, so 2 of you haven't rolled.
Jill, have you did it already?
I think so because I think mine was the 6 hour.
And
wait.
someone definitely rolled a 1, and I think it might have been you, Jelly.
I know that was
Yeah, Jolly rolled the
that
one.
was the frog one.
Yeah.
I think
only
Cody
one
hasn't
person-
yet though.
Yeah.
I was like the second person to roll.
Yeah,
for it.
Jace,
Yeah.
Cody, Jolly, Jill,
I definitely did.
Michelle did,
I-
Jess, and Becca.
Yeah.
I think I rolled for an event, but not a
You,
day.
you got. I'm sure one of you guys have or have not done it, but you guys can go. I'm
Say
just
the only
rotating.
thing-
Sure.
The only thing I haven't ruled for yet is the D20 for
Event.
the event. So
I guess you can do that one this time.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a D12, right?
D12.
Hey.
9 hours.
Hey,
Good. A nice
Res-
long
A,
day.
a nice,
Yeah.
respectable day.
now
Yeah.
just get us a good event. Get us
1
a good
hour.
event.
Fuck.
6.
Gotta go.
Have we
Is
had
this
a
the
six
dragon?
before?
Please let this be the dragon. Oh,
Nope.
man.
Uh,
I wanted
beat
the,
the
I wanted
chaos
the dragon.
Yeah.
See.
I want to roll for dragon.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, every time. She calls.
As you guys have to land as the polymorph spell begins to end, you guys find yourselves in a section that is becoming almost a little bit more coastal as you're starting to. Are you guys going to like try and cut straight to the mountain, or are you going to kind of like start
Mhm.
searching for the
If
end?
we're flying as the crow flies, like let's.
You're just going straight for it?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are trying to get to a more coastal area, and as you're doing so, you're seeing that the geography around you is beginning to shape pretty swiftly. It goes from this birch foresty look to more so a regular forest, but as you're getting closer to the coast, these large basalt columns in these like kind of like hexagonal shapes are starting to sprout up out of the ground in these odd like almost stepping stone like looks. Like, have you guys seen the Giant's Causeway over in Scotland? It looks like that. But it's not all at the coast. Some of it's just like inland, and there are these like 6 foot in diameter hexagonal columns that just sprout up out of the earth. And they are everywhere. But as you guys do so, I'd like you all to roll perception checks.
Okay.
What kind of perception is this?
Sight.
Yeah.
It's
This
an
is
11
sight-based.
from Gale.
Okay,
Gale's kind of
Raj.
distracted
Should I
by
bother rolling?
Yeah.
Sure.
Eh. No, probably not.
Again,
Gale's
nor I
distracted.
mean,
Oh, nice roll,
again,
Misty.
I have one eye.
The sad thing is, Leslie is proficient in perception, but I never roll well except for like once every 10 sessions.
So, Dea will notice it well before anybody else.
Surprise.
Mercy you'll notice it a little bit sooner afterwards, and then Jolly just after her.
Ollie notices it.
Well, Jolly rolled as Jolly.
No.
To be
That's
fair,
why I said
To
Jolly.
be fair.
Ollie's in the game, guys.
Oh my god, I
Maddie.
need to kill her first. No, sorry.
What? But Dea, as you guys are traveling, you're noticing that the ground is starting to cast, like, you're starting to notice these very faint shadows that are casting on the ground, very small, and you look up, and there's definitely something falling from the sky, or some things, almost like a large cloud or cluster of them is going to fall from the sky itself.
Falling clouds.
A cloud of something.
Cloud of... Okay, weird. Don't know what this means for us, but okay.
What do you do?
Watch out for falling clouds.
All right.
Are you guys going to keep on moving, or are you just going to stare at the sky?
Yeah, worked.
Probably keep moving because we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a
We're
time
against
limit.
it. Yeah.
So as you guys continue moving on, eventually what is falling from the sky begins to fall quicker and quicker, and eventually you realize what it is. They appear to be a large, you would suppose a cluster, or whatever the term for a mob of butterflies are beginning to fall from the sky, multicolored, as they all begin to kind of gracefully fly and flutter down. Many of them, some of them stay when they hit the ground, others disappear. But they are falling from the sky like rain.
Is this an Elysium meteor shower? Because I don't like...
Yes, Jess?
Can Mercy please hold out her arm and see if any of them lands on her?
Oh yeah, you hold your arm out, and eventually, like, a couple of them will land on you. Some of them just disappear. They're like a swarm. It's a swarm.
They're disappearing.
And some will not disappear and then start to fly away and move as a normal butterfly would. But
Isn't Elysium like Desna's place?
A little bit. She more created heavens than this, but a lot of her, like, people live in this area.
Well, butterflies make sense, right?
Which is kind of ironic. She created best heavens because, well, this is the chaotic one.
so, you guys continue on further and further, and as you do, the butterfly rain will continue on for a good few hours until eventually starting to peter away more and more. You guys make it through the 9 hours of travel, no problem. You're now on 54 hours of no sleep.
Should we be finding the end?
Was that not a...
If we get to the mountain, we'll get close enough that either we'll find the village or the inn, either or.
Okay.
It's supposedly on the way, so in theory we can rest there before going to the city.
Keep an eye out for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
If I'd gotten a closer
Pardon me, getting a little burpy. If you guys want, you can keep an eye out to try and find it or keep searching for it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do so. I'll roll something privately and I'll find out when you'll get there.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So it has been 9 hours of daytime. You are beginning to approach night again. Who would like to roll the d12 and then the d20?
Who was the last person who didn't roll?
I think everyone's rolled once now.
Yeah.
Because we're on
Okay.
rotation 8.
Who wants it?
Somebody roll a d8.
12.
Okay.
No, somebody roll a d8 so that way we can see who's
you're
going to do the rolling.
You're randomly figuring it
Yeah.
out. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Well,
A 2 and 8.
Oh.
Jess.
So the
Yes.
2 will roll the time, the 8 will roll the event.
Becca roll time. Jess roll the event.
Event.
Ooh.
2 hours a
2 hour
night.
night.
One out.
One.
One on the bad. Is
Hey,
this one the
guys.
dragon?
Hey guys, I'm still me. Don't forget that. I'm still me.
Is this one the dragon?
I still
Thank
roll
him.
bad. I don't like that Khan is ducked out
I
of
wanna
you.
fight the dragon.
I write down every time and roll.
Ah, okay.
I wanna fight the dragon.
We're not gonna fight it. They're apparently nice.
Well, I could still fight it.
Wow, 2 hours. Wow, we rolled really good numbers, guys.
It was so good.
What are the D8s for?
To
That was
see
to
who-
decide.
Yeah. just
Because
decide
we've
who
gone
did
through
what.
the entire cycle.
Okay. Continue on. As you guys travel a little bit more, you are finding very swiftly that this night is not going to last like you expected. The the moon is making a very slow movement very quickly and starting to brighten and then dim very quickly. So it does not look like it is going to last
It's
very
like
long.
the sun that one time. The sun
Yep.
one of the days where it went, woo! This is going, woo! A little slower, but still, woo!
So, as you guys continue on, you are along the side of the coast, and everything appears to be going very smoothly at this moment in time. And then, as you start to travel more, the ground beneath you goes.
Again.
And you watch as these tremendous cracks begin to form in the ground, and they spread out further and further and further, and some of them are starting to kind of circle around you, and you're realizing maybe it's not a good idea to stay in place.
Yeah.
We move.
Moving a bit
go.
quicker. Starting to
Okay.
jog/run.
I will need dexterity checks from everybody.
Checks or
You're all
saving
within
throws?
10 feet.
Saving
wow.
throws. Saving throws, actually.
Saving
Thank
throws.
you very much.
Okay.
Oh.
We're doing great today, guys.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to, oh no, I did it at 5. Okay, never mind.
Natural 20
Yay.
from Gale.
Remember, this is all +4, so.
No. Nah!
Yeah, I already have.
I already
the
failed.
plus
I
four
jolly.
needed.
Hang on. I'm doing
Good.
my I fucking hate the name.
Psychosomaticism.
Yes.
Psychosomaticism.
So I'm using my charisma for it.
That's fair.
Nope, nope.
It's still a 16.
It's
Yeah,
still a 16.
I failed. Oh, I failed. I failed hard.
Well.
You can you can misty stuff.
I could.
So.
I could also dimension door.
Erudite and Maddie, as you guys are charging along and trying to keep up with the rest of the crew, you find yourselves falling behind faster and faster. And as you do, the section of Earth that you stand upon drops,
Yeah, I'm grabbing Maddie and dimension
and you
dooring.
feel that the ground begins to fall quite a ways. How's Ro doing better with short legs? Search me. Wait. Yeah, no, she's doing fine.
Yeah, can I grab Maddie and dimension door us? Like,
That's an action.
Fine. Okay.
You would have to find a reaction.
I don't have any reactions. I mean,
Yeah, I'm very aware of what you can and cannot do to something like this.
okay.
I mean, Vo has Featherfall
Yeah.
as a reaction.
But did we
Wait, don't I
notice
have
them
my
falling?
You
Wait.
do
Oh,
have
she
your
does.
umbrella. I will point out it's not the fall that's the problem here. It's the falling rocks.
Right.
Yeah.
That.
I will take the damage, I guess. I mean, I don't have anything.
Yes, you guys certainly will.
Yeah. Ugh,
So
that's fine.
that will be.
Can I shield do anything?
No.
Like what God is doing.
This is not an
Doesn't
AC.
That is
it's a DC.
37 points of bludgeoning damage as
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
have large rocks begin to cascade upon you and crush
fine.
you.
Is
Is it 36?
It's not good. 30.
37.
37.
Can I-
Okay. Sorry. Calculate
Weird
that.
question. Can I shield Maddie a little bit so she doesn't take as much damage? I'm willing to take more.
You can put yourself in front of Maddie.
Yeah, I will take
Sure.
more damage. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. You put yourself on top of Maddie to kind of protect her from the falling rocks. Maddie, you'll take 18. Erudite, you'll instead take 54, I believe.
Okay. I mean, I'm not looking great, but I'd rather her take.
Oh god, that would have killed. That would have halved me.
I mean, in more than
I
half
still
me,
have most of
but
my
I don't even
spells for
care.
healing you.
You guys are now about 15 to 20 feet below everybody else, and everything is still beginning to shift more and more.
Can I grab Maddie and Dimension Door us out?
You can.
That's what I will do. That's what I will do. Okay. All right.
I just imagine as you're shielding her, you grab her and then bop out.
Yeah,
so
essentially.
you grab her and shield her as a fairly large, basically column of earth lands on top of you, and while you guys do manage to get away from a little bit more of it, you take a huge hit.
Yeah.
You teleport up and you find yourselves back with the rest of your crew. They're all still trying to move away, and as you guys are doing so, you see that the geography here is starting to shift and change swiftly. The grass itself is beginning to lose its greenish tint and instead becomes almost like a vibrant blue and pink color, and it begins to grow taller and taller and then drop and then grow up again. And you watch as some of the stones and trees nearby begin to twist, and some become spiral-like and almost like helical as they begin to twist into these odd forms, while some of the stones just change shape completely. One becomes a tortoise that begins to walk away a little quickly and then turns back into a rock. As you guys are continuing to move on, the ground appears to be doing well enough, but you see that there are sections where the ground has an odd kind of a sheen to it, to put it simply, and you're not entirely sure what that means until you start to get closer to it and you feel that there is a heat radiating off of it. So what do you guys want to do?
Can I smack the ground? Not hit it, but like smack it, like trying to get to see what it is.
Oh, trying to like like tap it, find out what the hell it is. So you start kind of like tapping at the ground a little bit, and you see that the ground has an almost glassy appearance. And as you kind of tap at it, what are you using to hit it?
I'm using my hand. I'm like gonna kneel down real quick. I know it's gonna end bad.
Give it a pap 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 pap. You give it a quick pap 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 pap, and you realize as like this gob of what you can best describe as like molten glass comes up in your hand.
Oops. Seal the damage. I take half because it's.
I know.
Fire.
15, 16, 21 points of fire damage halved.
10.
To 10.
We're still moving, by the way. We're still.
Yeah, I want to get out of here. I'm not doing great.
So
Like,
along the path that we're going, is it all happening? All this glass, is it happening in front of us, or
There was like along the path that you guys were initially going, there was one long strip of land that just basically got glassed. It just went from solid earth and dirt to just this kind of sheen like very. What is that cat doing? All right, fine. A very glossy looking material.
Okay.
You feel like you could maybe jump over it, but landing inside of that would be a very, very bad thing.
How far across is it?
It's about a 10-foot jump.
Gale's going to use the mold earth charge in the hammer and make a bridge.
Okay. And try to make a bridge across?
Yep.
Okay. You use your charge of mold earth and you have it bridge across the gap. You all still feel the heat, and it is definitely not comfortable. But you will not take damage from this. So from your position, the ocean is basically along the left of you. You just had to travel over a bridge to keep going forwards, which is basically towards that mountain.
Okay.
Do you guys want to keep trying to keep charging towards the mountain, or do you want to go to the ocean, go further inland? What do you want to do?
Is stuff changing in front of us?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You see that there's a very large swath of land that is beginning to shift and change randomly.
And the water isn't changing?
Doesn't appear to be changing yet.
Got it.
Might be safer near the water. We can more clearly see what's going on.
Okay. I'd rather be safer. Let's go.
I mean, it's either that or the mountain, but it seems all treacherous right now.
All right.
Okay.
To the water.
Okay. You guys begin charging back over to the water as fast as possible. As you leap and dash over these kind of oddly shaped hexagonal rocks, just another round of dexterity saving throws.
Oh God, oh no.
Sorry, Maddie.
19.
I'm
from
gonna
go.
take another psycho roll again.
Psycho roll.
I'm not
Psycho roll. No, it's funny. I like it.
I like
It gets
the
the point
phrasing.
across.
I'm right.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I will point out that's a 19 because it's a mercy.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Do you guys remember how Mercy's not good with holes?
Yeah, no shit.
17 for me.
17 for you?
Yeah,
It's a
because
9 from me.
Okay.
Mine's a 14.
So, Dea and Mercy, as you guys are running across these kind of columnar shapes, everybody else manages to kind of skirt out of the way as they notice one of the larger ones that's set deeper in the ground begins to change. But you guys notice too late as this stone basalt, whatever, column changes form and suddenly becomes a very thick tree, and it just goes and knocks the both of you up into the air. You are on the top of the canopy of the tree, and you're you're up there for a little bit, and then you feel the lift of the tree growing upwards very suddenly, carry you further up, and you're suddenly falling back down. If you were to judge the height you're at, it's about 50 feet.
Can you let Jill talk? Because I can feel the Jill
Yes,
energy.
Jill?
Featherball.
Yeah, good call. Ro, you very swiftly begin charging over. Go. Oh! You cast Featherfall on Dea and Mercy, who were looking at a very nasty fall if they had landed that.
Yeah.
You guys managed to descend to the ground safely and do not take damage from it.
Thank you,
You are now
Ro.
close. You guys are all now close enough to actually make your way into the ocean, which you find is safer. How far in do you go to the ocean?
I'm
Like-
gonna pick up Ro.
Like ankle height?
Ankle height?
Yeah. Staying on the
Okay.
beach. Because is the beach changing, or is it
The
mostly
beach
inland?
is changing. The water is not changing.
I will cast Water Walk,
Fair enough.
so we can go.
That's right. I can just go across water.
Okay.
They are floating over it while the rest of us are swimming.
Sucks for you, nerds.
I mean, I
Cars
can
got
cast Water Walk on everybody.
Yeah.
It's just
But I don't
funnier
need
to
to.
imagine this.
Just everybody's doggy paddling while Dea's just there.
Just lying. Like Legolas over the
It's
stereo.
fun, Cody. I don't think you realize this, but there's a couple of us who canonically cannot swim. Like Rudy cannot swim. He does not know how.
Rudy can't swim. Ro can't swim.
Rudy, I think Ro can't swim. I think
I
Ro-
have a slight problem.
Heavy armor.
Heavy armor.
Yeah.
So at least you two can doggy paddle, but I'm going to sink consistently.
So yeah,
It's a
Water walk nullifies all problems.
It does.
Well, if we go by Lord of the Rings lore,
Shut up. Shut up. There are some, as you know, there are some hobbits that are actually very good at swimming.
Actually,
Well, actually,
they're very dense.
most hobbits are bad swimmers, but if
Well,
you
like,
go with
and
the
I don't
Paddlefoots, they're actually really good at swimming.
I don't think you realize this because every time that we've had to be in water, you cast water walk, so you don't know that certain people cannot swim.
Yeah.
It's okay, we
with,
don't need that
about the
knowledge.
armor.
I don't want to
With-
deal with that.
with Haru very swiftly casting Water Walk, you all begin to sprint over the water. Gosh damn it. And get further and further out. And as you are doing so, Dea, with your absurdly high perception, looking down into the water, you see that spontaneously water life is beginning to appear in there, and some of them look to be fairly normal and okay. Like, some look to be just like minnows and regular fish and stuff like that. And then you see a squid appear, and then something kind of long, and then like this big fin kind of courses past you guys, and then keeps going down. And you realize
Right, I hate this.
maybe it's a good thing that we're on top of the water right now.
This is good. This is good.
Perhaps,
Thanks,
yeah.
Haru.
There you go.
Fuck!
Ah!
What are you trying to grab out of the water?
Any sort of
Shark.
normal-looking fish or
Okay.
squid. Anything that looks like it won't kill me if I pull it out.
Mercy's trying to make a shark her pet.
Sure.
I would
there's-
roll
I mean,
that.
there's also concerns where if the earth is like having lava underneath it, and it's very hot, that could cause the water to start boiling and literally boil people alive.
So
Yeah.
roll me sleight of hand.
This will not end well, but
Watch
I
you
wanted
nat
to try
20.
it. Oh,
Hey!
20.
Oh, well, unnatural 20.
Mhm.
It's close.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
So
30, 20.
in the
Never mind.
in this moment of panic, you all have charged out onto the open ocean a good 100 feet,
Run.
and you all watch as Mercy goes and just plants a knee on the water, looks down, and just goes, and she suddenly pulls back up this white squid that's kind of just.
I see.
I was curious if
Why?
they were the same here as they do back home.
Are you gonna keep it, or
Gail, do you want to put it in your
we
fish
could,
bag?
we
Actually,
can make calamari later?
out of character,
fish bag.
your food bag is what I meant to say. Out of character, I don't know if you can do this with squid, but I know you can octopus. If you bite it, like where its beak is right above that,
It
it is
dies.
the fastest way to kill it.
Yes. If I recall correctly, yes, you're right.
I know I'm correct. I watched a fishing video about it.
No! Jill, don't cry over the squid!
I'm still gonna hand it to
Jill,
Gail
think
and go,
about this.
food later.
We're fucking murderers, guys. The animals are making me confront this.
Not the
You-
account.
Calamari!
Nah.
No, they don't matter. They were bad. Animals are. The owlbear had a family.
But now that Mercy's curiosity is satiated, she's gonna hand it to Gail.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Food for later?
Sure. Fine.
You know what? Turns out it's even easier. You don't have to bite it, you can just chop it. Like with a hand. Yeah, seriously. So you, Gale, add one dead white squid to your inventory.
I got it. It's in
I'm
the.
adding-
Get out the journal with the food pouch on it.
Just
we
stuffed
can
into
Technically, we could make sushi later.
the calamari.
Fried calamari!
I'm ready!
Calamari right now! What is this happening?
I think we
What-
need to get out of
Okay.
here.
I figured we were safe at this point, which is why she did it.
So, right, actually, in fairness, where you guys are, you're in a fairly safe position, and the sharks do not appear to be terribly interested in something standing on the surface of the water. So, hey, that's good.
Honestly, would have never done it if we were still running.
Okay, out of curiosity, is there a place where we can see the land not changing anymore? Or is it
Yes, it's about a mile that way.
So we should probably head in that direction.
It would help.
Okay. You guys begin making your way towards the land that has been untouched, as you're kind of keeping an eye on what's happening off in the distance, and you see that it's all beginning to shift very swiftly, and this section of geography that was once almost like the Giant's Causeway becomes almost vaguely mangrove-like, and also a mixture of the kind of basalt stone columns. But like further in towards the actual water itself, there are these trees that are growing up out of the water with these large spindly roots that kind of keep it hefted up. And it'll go on for about another minute or two until eventually it just stops.
Do you think it's safe to go back?
Probably. We can try.
I mean, we don't really have much longer on the... Well, we have like probably 45 to 50 minutes still on the water, but... We're not really aiming to be in the water.
If it stops, but keep moving. Rudy, do you need some healing? You look kind of rough there.
I'm fine, but
I can save us the spell slot and use Lay on Hands.
if you want, I'm.
And maybe touch Maddie up there as well.
Yeah.
If we have a brief rest, like
On
10 minutes, it could clear feeling.
honestly, we can just keep. If you do the lay on hands just a little bit, I'll be fine. I'm mostly. I'd rather be hurt than have Maddie be hurt. So.
Right, then.
Top off Maddie and then give me whatever's left. It's fine.
How much does Maddie need healed up?
I think she took 18 damage.
Yeah, she took
18.
45 minus 14. Rudy, take 27 back. Maddie, take your full back.
Okay, thank you. I'll take that. Yeah, I'd rather... Maddie is in a worse way, and I've already died once. It's fine.
Better to save the spell slot and use Lay on Hands in case we need better healing later.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, let's get moving
You
again.
okay, Maddie?
Just tired.
Yeah, the further on you guys go with less sleep, the more you can finally start to feel the tiredness taking over.
Yeah.
And you can keep going, but it's starting to get not great.
Yeah, at some point we need to find that inn. Let's see if we can find that inn.
Yes. If not that, then some suitable alternative.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell.
She keeps lunging at me, trying to bite my arms. She's climbing a chair. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Houdini is acting well.
Oh no!
I needed timing of that.
Bastard.
It was the silent shriek of pain that made it so much better.
You okay,
Did you go get a band-aid?
I'm bleeding so bad.
Go clean it out. Go clean it out. Go clean it out.
Fucking Houdini.
Wow.
Houdini wants blood.
Really, truly.
Oh my god, Houdini.
Houdini's sweet, but God, she's a bastard.
Vicious little shit.
Absolutely.
Gotta make sure you clean that out, because cats.
Cat
can,
Cats
scratch
have lots of
fever?
slobber.
Baby.
I mean, it's a real thing.
It is. It's what is it? It's
So that's a
Something with a T.
tetanus.
No, it's like
No,
toxic
no.
something. Like it's like its own
Tetanus.
thing. It's its own thing.
I mean, you can get tetanus, but not from.
You can.
scratch.
it's like toxic
It's from a
plasmata gondii or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
toxoplasmosis or something.
Yeah,
now
that
I'm
thing.
interested.
We're gonna
It
take a
is-
break and look up cat things.
Well, in fairness, cat scratch fever is a different one. That's lymphorectoariosis, which is a lymph node infection.
Yeah. Jessica knew.
What is it, Jill? Jess.
Jess knew. Like saying she wrote it in the
Oh, you
chat.
did know. We're
Sorry,
also
I'm
buying
trying to
some-
clip that moment.
Yeah, we're also buying some time while Jill gets bandaged up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Injury
I
on
would-
set. I'm just kidding. No injury
I
on
would-
set, because then we would have to report that, and we're not going to do that.
There we
I
go.
will-
It is toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, I know because my grandmother had cat scratch fever when she was younger. And when I asked my mom about it, she explained it. And you know, the person whose mom's a nurse is probably going to
She was
get the medical explanation.
she was
I
just
did-
she was just a little young thing, only 10 years old. She got it from the kitty next door.
Don't you start?
Hey,
By the way, Jill, I
Connor.
did clip that moment.
what's up?
Connor, I have a weird question.
What's up?
I know you've said like if you want to gain proficiency in something, you have to use it X amount of days. Do you remember how many days it is?
It's like
I just remembered I have
250.
Okay.
Yeah, gaining proficiency in things is it takes a year, damn near.
Yeah.
Because I have Tinker's tools, and I remember I bought them specifically so I could learn how to use them. And I have not actually used them, so I should start doing that.
Anyways,
Anyhow.
So, you guys continue on, kind of skirting away from the area that suddenly changed into a kind of a mangrove-esque area very swiftly, just to keep the fuck away from whatever the hell happened there. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the meantime, or should we just move on to the next stretch? It's up to y'all. You okay? You okay, Jill? Okay.
All right.
Good to hear.
Anybody still injured?
I mean, I'm a little bit injured, but I'll be fine.
Alrighty, so as you guys continue on, in the distance you see that a fairly large-sized winged creature, vaguely reptilian in appearance, takes off and starts to fly away a little ways. And from the distance you can see that it has these kind of nice, dark, iridescent-looking scales as the moonlight casts across its scales and makes this kind of rainbow-like prism. And it begins to fly away and it disappears. So, who's up next?
I think everyone's rolled cycles.
I know.
we're doing another one. So me and Becca just did.
Yeah, I just did a day
I just did a
roll.
If
So,
we do
Cody?
D6, if we do 2 D6s, people roll D6s. Because there's 6 potential people left.
Okay.
There's one.
First one's 4, so be Michelle.
That would be Michelle.
There's
Okay.
two.
All right.
And
That'd
then
be Jolly.
Jolly.
Nope, Cody.
Oh
Wait,
my
how did
god! I did it again. I think I did it the last
1
time.
hour.
So I'm doing the D20.
Yep. Well, no, it. Oh yeah, for the second one it
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
would include
It's a D-
Becca.
it's a
That's
D20.
why I was
Natural 20!
Natural 20. Is this one the dragon? Do we get to fight the dragon now?
No, we just
That
saw
was-
the dragon.
literally
That was
gonna
the
ask
dragon.
That on everyone now. I'm gonna ask that on literally everyone now.
We just dealt with the dragon.
Well, we
I
can
already
deal
did
with the
that
dragon
job.
again. Let Gale have a dragon friend, and it's just a chaos dragon. And
I
can
can't
that
believe
be
you got
Gale's
this one.
mount? Can we bring the Chaos Dragon back to the
God.
material plane and it be Gale's mount? Can we do that, please?
I'm going to ignore that one.
awesome.
I want to do that. If we listen,
Okay.
if Gale gets stuck, the Chaos Dragon, it's gonna happen.
So as you guys travel along the coast, eventually, off in the distance, a little further inland, you guys see there appears to be a very large mansion.
Maybe that's the end.
That's not a really big inn.
I mean, it's a big place and it's a house.
Let's go see.
Will we proceed with caution?
Yes, of course.
Obviously.
All right.
So, stop it, Jill. Our house.
In the middle of Elysium.
So you guys want to be cautious? Roll stealth checks.
I'm really good at those.
I am.
Like I said, I'm really good at those.
Got a natural
mercy.
20.
Jesus fuck.
Jesus Christ.
This is not a great
To make up for the one.
roll from most of the team.
Okay, to be fair,
I've been rolling
We have,
like
like-
shit, so.
we've got 4 bad ones and 3 good ones, one of which is a natural 20.
It
It
does
kind of
cancel
evens
out.
It,
Yeah.
It exactly evens
be
out.
worse.
It's a wash.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever.
So you guys begin slinking up to the mansion, and you see that it appears to be currently inhabited. As you can see that there are lights on inside, and with Dea's absolutely butt-fucking insane perception, Dea, you can hear that there appears to be a party going on inside.
Oh God, no! no!
Are we?
Oh,
Are we
no.
gonna look at this?
It's the
Should we
Lotus
go?
Hotel.
Yes.
All right.
We'll see who's in town.
All right.
I mean, they probably have somebody at the door.
Do not get sucked into the party, okay? We don't have time to waste. You hear it? She looks at everyone in the party.
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
we're not wasting
we are
time.
not. We're not here to join the party. We're here to ask for information and help. Don't eat or drink anything they offer. You don't know
Take
what's in the
gift bags
punch.
as we leave.
This isn't the.
Sure, you can take a
Feywilds,
gift
though.
back.
This isn't the Feywilds. We can eat or drink things.
No, I see
You
what
don't
she's
know what's
saying.
in the punch.
No, I see what she's saying.
Are
You
you
don't want to
saying
get
that-
distracted.
They're gonna
Right.
poison their own drinks? For another
I
I'm
mean-
drunk.
If, if you're not gonna
Hallucinogenics
die-
is that I'm trying to avoid.
This is the Jim
Something
Jones
nice.
party.
Azata
do
might
you-
be doing some pretty heavy
Dale,
drugs
what were you
because
saying?
constantly bored.
I was gonna
Why do you jump
say.
immediately to poison? I'm talking about imbibing weird shit. We
I
don't
mean-
have time to get high or drunk.
It could be something interesting. You never know.
Yeah,
Gail's gonna drink the punch, you know, because you told
If
him
you
not
want to
he's
try
gonna-
it, please try it later when Maddie's not dying.
That's true. That's the point. We don't
Well,
want
there's
Mercy's
a
just gonna-
lot of stuff we're gonna do in Maddie isn't Dane.
Mercy's
Yes.
just gonna look down at Ro and go, "You're gonna drink it, ain't you?"
Oh, absolutely. First chance I get.
Right. That's the thing.
Okay.
Just a little, not a lot, just a
We have
little.
to at least try it. It'd be rude
So-
not to try it, right?
So
I'm with Dea here,
Alright.
actually.
you
So-
I'm
guys,
gonna be honest. Okay.
who's gonna knock on the door?
Can I do it?
I'll do it.
Everyone.
No, I'll let Gail do it. Mercy's gonna go and see Gail do it and go, and put her hands behind her back. and let Gail do it.
Dave's kind of like in the middle of the group, very sourly crossing her arms.
Gail's just gonna 3 just pounds on the door.
You knock on the door several times, and suddenly opening the door is a fellow in what looks to be almost like a suit. That's a little bit. He's like business casual right now. You see that he's kind of got a short length beard going on, short cut hair. He's covered in tattoos, and he looks at you and goes, "Well, I didn't know that anyone else was coming in here. Hey,
Hello.
nice to meet you."
Good to meet you. The name's Gail. Got a few
Jeff, nice to
friends.
meet you.
Jeff, good to meet you. Good to meet
Wait
you.
a minute.
Well, we have a. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you for a minute. We were actually just in the neighborhood, and it seemed like there was a good time going on here, and figured we'd at least stop by and
Yeah,
say
we're having
hello.
ourselves a nice little party over here.
That's good. This is really good. I'm glad to hear. Do you mind if we come in? What we
Yeah,
celebrating?
it's fine.
What we're celebrating?
There's no. Oh, I'm sure no one will mind. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right.
You guys should be okay.
All right. That's good to hear. You know what? How about this? We're just celebrating life. How about we do that?
That's good. Yeah, you know what? So are we. So are we.
All right.
Come
Glad
on
to
in.
hear. Glad to hear, Jeff. Any particular activities or anything going on?
Right now, no, we're just kind of enjoying ourselves. You know, should be a good little party. You can have some drinks, talk to the folks. You know, there are plenty of folks around here.
All right.
Yes, Jessica?
Can I just insight check him for vibes?
Sure.
Vibe check.
Vibe check, Jeffrey.
I don't know how else to say vibe check other than insight check.
It's
in
an
this
insight
game.
check.
Roll for vibe.
Roll for
check.
vibe check.
I only rolled
Inside.
one.
He seems trustworthy.
Solid vibes indeed.
He seems trustworthy.
Go
So-
walking.
You guys walk on inside to the mansion, and inside you see that it is a very well-designed and well-kept mansion, almost kind of old Gothic style. The furniture is kept in good shape, appears to be almost brand new, and there are various dishes that have been kept up inside this mansion. Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors
Hors
d'oeuvres.
d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
It's not
d'oeuvres.
pronounced the way it
No,
looks.
no, my brain was trying to pronounce hors d'oeuvres, and then I just kind of
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Like,
Hors
it
d'oeuvres.
looks like
Hors d'oeuvres.
hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Hors d'oeuvres. My brain, shut up. Various hors d'oeuvres are being brought over by horse divorce.
Yep.
Are being brought around by what appear to be unseen servants. And they're just being kind of levitated across. Various tankards of ale and other bits of alcohol are being floated around as well. Some small things of wine. Jeff doesn't appear to be drinking right now, but he does look like he has some food with him.
All right.
Is there anyone else?
Yes, you guys go inside, and inside you see that there appear to be about 10 other people, 11 including Jeff. One looks to be a kind of a big Goliath fellow with a big bright orange beard. You see there is what looks to be an
Are they all
elf.
here?
You see what looks to be an elf with kind of spiked up hair and a big nose. Two humans, one with short curly hair and one that is a woman. They both appear to be married. Then there is a... I hope he never hears this.
I hate it.
There is what appears to be a bald dwarf.
It's not wrong. We never watched this.
Does the bald dwarf look like he's ready to fight?
Yes.
I'll fight him.
No!
Okay, I'll fight him.
Dwarf pugilist.
You're correct, sorry. There's also a fellow with kind of medium-length hair with some kind of dyed streaks inside of it. He looks to be probably a human. You're not entirely sure what the situation is there. Then there are two guys who look very, very similar. Probably twins? You're not too sure.
Damn it.
Then there is an attractive young lady, dark skin, kind of held up and all curly and just like side cut. And another bigger, dark-skinned man who appears to be talking very loudly with everybody.
Well, this seems like a good party here. I'm gonna grab myself something to drink.
Dave's
So-
gonna hang out with Jeff. That's
So,
what's gonna happen here.
So what is it? What is it we do for fun around here? I'm Gale, by the way.
Who are you talking to? Out of curiosity.
Everybody. I'm just
Everybody?
announcing
All
it.
of them?
I'm announcing it. I'm just walking in. Might as well.
The taller, dark-skinned man will go, you know, we just kind of have some fun, play some games, you know, celebrate our lives, you know, that kind of thing.
That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it.
Absolutely.
True. What's your favorite game to play?
You know, it depends. There are days when I just like, I'm good for just playing darts, something like that. Occasionally, other things, you know.
Right.
You know.
Right. Ah. That makes sense.
Dea, you're sticking your Jeff, right?
Yes, because he's dry.
Gail's gonna be sipping on whatever it is that's there.
Dea, you're hanging out. You're kind of staying near Jeff, and you're
Yeah.
not a particularly conversational person in the first place. So, are you going to talk to Jeff at all?
I guess she will try to converse a little bit, mostly just trying to stay on mission really hard. Oh, that was my.
Oh, that was your dryer.
sorry. Could be like, so, Jeff, was it?
Yeah, Jeff. What's your name?
Dea.
Hey, nice to meet you, Dea.
Right. So, anyway, I don't suppose you have Azata stopping by here from time to time. Like a
We occasionally get a couple of them popping by to say hello. You know, they're not very often, but occasionally they'll just kind of pop on by.
Is this your mansion?
This is our mansion.
Okay, great. Do, shoot. Well, okay. What's for done here? Do you know where the adventurer inn is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually right on the right way. If you keep heading off in
Okay.
that direction, it's about 3 days out.
Great, thank you.
Well, 3 days of normal travel,
Right.
which means basically if you guys keep going at your current clip, it'd be 24 hours.
Right.
Because we have insane travel speed.
Well, because you have insane travel speed, and also because ordinary travel is we go for 8 hours and then we sleep like normal people.
We haven't slept.
Yes,
What is that?
but we don't need to do that.
Shut the fuck up, Jace.
Alright.
You shitbird.
And then I guess she's just gonna very awkwardly make very light conversation, but mostly be keeping an eye out on her teammates.
Gotcha. As you're kind of like keeping an eye on them, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception 22. Not a great.
As you're kind of like keeping an eye on your teammates for the most part, mostly keeping an eye on Gale.
Yeah.
And
And bro.
Ro. Definitely Ro. The elven fellow with the longer nose kind of wanders over to Jeff and leans over and goes, just curious. Are they part of the and Jeff kind of just waves a hand. No, don't worry about it.
What? What? Part of what?
Oh, don't worry. You're fine. You guys are fine, but it's don't worry. You'll see.
Right. Yeah, well, just to put that out there, you don't have to worry about us. We're...
No, I figured you're like adventuring types or something like that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you guys are fine. So, is there anything else that you guys want to do? Chase? Yes?
Gail's gonna go to where the food and stuff like that is. I'll tell you what, you talk about games you like to play a lot. There's one I used to play when I was a child. Gail's gonna find an orange. Look
Stop it now!
Comment! No. And Gail's gonna yell comment and just
Shut
chuck
the
an
fuck
orange
up.
at somebody.
So as you huck an orange at somebody,
and you have to yell comment before you throw it.
You see that they will very swiftly all begin kind of like doing the same and kind of like enjoying themselves and having some fun. Let me do one quick roll.
Do I have to roll an attack?
No, you don't have to roll.
Okay, good. Because I was going to do it reckless, because why the fuck not?
Just fucking throw it so hard you kill Michael.
Oh, Gale is trying to throw them as hard as possible. Like, either the oranges are exploding on the wall, or like... or he's putting holes in the wall.
God.
As you guys are doing so, Dea, you're trying to keep an eye on all of this, but it's kind of tough to keep an eye on everybody when this is occurring. Anybody else has something they want to do?
Rudy just literally goes from person to person.
And introduces himself.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's
fine.
like, "I'm Erudite. Hello." Hello. Just not.
Cody, Jill, Jess, Jolly.
I mean, Rose just grabbing a drink and finding somewhere to sit.
You know what?
Not interested.
You don't want to bully the elf?
I want to. Ro has no idea. I want to bully him so bad. But I won't. Yet.
I was probably just keeping an eye out. Like, figuratively speaking. Making sure that people aren't getting, like, too drunk or distracted, because...
Keeping an eye on everybody else.
We do have a time limit.
Got it. Jessica.
Mercy wants to do a dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's pretty much in the same room, right?
Yes, it seems so.
And this is a giant mansion, right?
Yes.
Mercy's gonna wander away.
Okay. Mercy, you go wander off. Jolly.
Hmm.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm just looking around. Usually, I kind of admire the food a bit, but she's not gonna eat any because she's kind of in a tired state now.
That is fair.
Yeah, like I didn't really sleep. I had the coffee. I think it's wearing down right now.
It is definitely wearing down. Out of everybody, Maddie is starting to feel the worst when it comes to going without sleep. And to be completely frank with you, Maddie, the last 24 hours of the journey, you're gonna have an exhaustion point because
Yeah,
you're
I
at that
know.
point you'd have gone quite a while without sleeping.
Yeah.
But
just
you're just
thinking-
trying to like relax a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Mercy. You go and start to wander around the mansion, just kind of looking around a bit, and you see that it really is a lovely place. There are what look to be 11 rooms that are lived in. You can say it hands down. 10 rooms that are lived in. And you can see like people clearly have stuff in there, or they've been living in there for a fair amount of time. But there are also plenty of guest rooms and the like. You're kind of poking around and wandering through the area. And can you just roll me a perception check?
You know I don't trust like that. But sure. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Where are my rolls coming from tonight?
As you're making your way through, there's a familiar smell that you notice. And it takes a second, and then it finally clicks, and you realize that smells like blood. And you kind of peek around a bit, and you kind of look into a nearby bathroom, and inside you see the non-binary individual has been stabbed.
Can I check for vitals?
Yes, you may.
That's a medicine check, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. That's a 10.
She's dead. She is deceased.
Mercy's going to do what Mercy does best. And call somebody else in the party. She's going with Dea.
Emergency meeting called.
Dea.
Where did you go? Wait, what?
I found you know one of the people we saw that was like acting all coupley?
Yeah.
That one's dead. I just found a dead body.
No.
And I don't mean like passed out and drowned. I mean violently killed, dead.
Can I look around for the doppelganger?
The doppelganger? Yes, you may.
Where are they?
Just roll a perception check.
15. Not my best work.
There is no doppelganger. You see that where there was once 11 people, there are now 10.
Oh no, it's so unrealistic.
There's a reason I made this one the natural 20. It was just too dumb.
Connor is enjoying
It
this
was
way
just too
much.
stupid. I had to do it.
Can Mercy pick up the body and start carrying it towards the party?
Okay, sure.
Thea turns to Jeff and she goes, I think we have a problem.
What do you mean?
Where is the lovely person who was hanging out with the curly haired guy?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Lindsay. Where's she gone?
I think she might and then Mercy comes up.
No! Lindsay!
I found her in the bathroom.
Jeff will go, there's been a murder!
Is everyone gonna gather now?
Yes.
Oh no! Actually,
Alright, so we got 30 seconds to discuss this and about 120 seconds to decide who the imposter is. Whoever is the imposter, I'm sorry, we're going to just throw you. I don't know where you're gonna end
What do you
up,
mean? What do you mean throw us?
but I could throw any one of you.
Look for the vents.
this is the dumbest shit I have ever seen in my life, and I say this in the nicest way. It's just dumb as
Alright.
shit.
Mercy's gonna set the body in the center of everyone. And she's gonna look at herself in presentation, the blood off.
Okay, you do so.
Mercy, did you do this?
Look,
Look
you
for the
know I would-
vents.
You know I would own up if
What were the last 3 things you did?
I was walking, I was nosing in someone else's bedroom, because have you met me? I
Mhm.
nosed in somebody else's bedroom. I rearranged the furniture in that room.
Alright,
And then I found the body.
alright. I think we can clear you of the murder. Anybody else?
Well, there's no way it was any of you guys. You only just showed up.
It's true.
You are all clear. It's got to be one of us.
I do have the stick of truth.
Why can't you
I've
get
been,
it?
I've been
Mercy's
by
gonna
Jeff
pull
this
it.
whole time.
Mercy's gonna thank you, Maddie, and hold out the stick and go, whoever holds this and says they didn't do it is telling the truth. And she's gonna pass it towards Jeff first.
They'll kind of look at the stick and go, no, I think we can figure out the normal way and just like
Alright.
ask.
Let's do it. Let's see this. Just step back.
I mean, look
Super
back, right? Like, did what? Right?
So, are you just
He
gonna let
died.
this play out?
Yes, let's just let it play
On a
out.
flat
So
way.
you begin
died
to let it
yet.
play out, and as you do so, you realize, like, you guys can all roll insight checks if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I will be.
I want to roll an insight check. Does this seem like a normal thing with this group? Because like they're not really freaking
no.
out that much.
You very much
mean-
Uh, Okay, I'm gonna.
They are dead. I assume if you die at Elysium and are already
Oh,
dead, you
10.
might.
That's what Gail's
Um,
operating
Right?
on right now. Like, this has to be a thing.
may. Yeah. So
I saw nothing.
it's true. The blind fox is like, well, it's got to be real.
This has.
Maddie, Mercy, Rowan, Gale. This is almost like a performance.
No.
This is a game.
This is literally what I put.
They're literally playing a game.
Oh, they're playing Clue.
Yeah, they're playing Clue.
I mean,
And as you watch and kind of just relax for a bit, and it takes about an hour. You guys relax for a bit, eating food, having some drinks,
can
and
this
you
be a
watch.
short rest?
This will be a short rest.
Cool. I'm gonna roll some dice.
You guys watch as this plot
Okay.
begins to unfold. Each of them trying to declare that the other one did it because he saw them doing this, and sordid affairs are described, and almost like they are all yes-anding, they then immediately come up with another one that someone else definitely did, and then they yes-and to the other one until eventually only 3 people remain, and it appears to be Iffy, the tall, dark-skinned man, Jack, the Goliath with a big red beard, and Trevor, one of the 2 twins. And eventually, Jack pulls out a firearm that he has on his person, and pointing the gun between the 2, will fire, and you see that he shoots and kills Trevor, who drops a knife, revealing that he was indeed the murderer the entire time. And
Bravo.
And as the game comes to an end, Iffy and Jack, who are still alive, will look at you guys and go, well, Jack's gonna look at you and go, so, nice job. I didn't really expect anybody else to be popping by for the game, but still, it's cool to see you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Quite good.
Yeah. Don't worry about them. They'll be back by, like, tomorrow.
Aye.
So,
I'm assuming you're
Right.
native to this plane now, anyway.
We died a while ago.
I guess
We-
if you're died, you don't know. I guess if you're dead, you don't die again.
Aye, if you're
No,
dead,
no.
you're dead.
Yeah, basically.
shut the fuck up, Grace.
Hate this so much.
Yeah.
This is too meta, you guys. This is way too meta.
I know what I do. I'm here
This
to
is
cause
the-
trouble.
This is the only acceptable type of metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
are an interesting sort, all of you.
Oh yeah. We were friends for a while. We were a performing troupe.
This will be us one day.
It's entirely
Probably.
possible. No, we were just like a performing troupe for a while, and then there was a tragic accident.
Was it a fire?
No. See, we were all getting ready for a performance, and we have props that we use and stuff like that. And Gavin over there decided to get a prop that was a bit too real, and it turned out the barrel of explosives was an actual barrel of explosives. And well,
Most is gonna look at the one that called Gavin and go, and he's still with you guys?
he's dumb. I mean, at the same time, we're no one went to hell.
That's good.
I mean,
I mean, you got a pretty good deal
No,
out
no
of
one
it.
that
I
they speak
guess.
of went to Al.
I'm pretty sure they only keep me and Ro around because we're dumb.
No, just row.
Hey, don't be mean to her.
I'll take it.
She bullies me.
I know my place in the group.
No, that's not true at all.
Is it pretty face, thick waist?
Shoot fuckers, no brain.
Shoot
Shoot
fuckers
fuckers,
in the
no
face.
There's just a bullet running around in your brain.
It's just bouncing off the walls
I'm gonna be honest.
continuously.
I'm gonna look at the two guys and be like, I'm gonna be honest. This has been not a trying time in general, but this has been a rough few days for us.
Hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess.
That. I feel like I needed that. Maybe
That's good.
it's been hard.
Really, if there were better spots for us to have, performances and stuff like that, we'd probably use it. But at the same time, we're having fun. That's all that matters.
Very true. Very
Do you guys
true.
have what were you called?
I don't remember, to be honest.
That's fair.
I mean, we died a while ago.
Aye. We'll remember you.
Oh, that's very kind. But, yeah, we gotta start cleaning up. Yeah, we're gonna get back to this tomorrow.
All right. Well, whoever right here again, make sure to pop by. Thank you again.
Super hell.
All right. Oh man.
For the people listening, we said super hell, and then Jill said that's for the gays.
No.
We're getting all
Not
the
because I'm
references.
homophobic.
All the-
Okay,
But because
I don't
that's
think
because that's the joke, and Supernatural was a fucking
Yeah.
train wreck.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
I
gay,
don't
I'm
think we
allowed
can
to say
be
that.
homophobic in this group. Most of the group
Yeah,
is gay.
and we.
It's true.
I'm allowed.
That's true. All right. Well, I think. Is it time for us to go? It's time for us to go. We have things we need
All
to
right.
do.
It's
We
good
gotta get to
have a
that
rest.
inn.
Well, by the
But-
time you guys get outside, it is nighttime.
So that was a little bit- we used that whole hour.
I just
didn't
realized.
All right.
Yeah.
My 1
Yeah.
hour is not wasted, because I don't think it was a waste. I think we did actually legitimately need the short rest, because I was
Yeah.
not back right away.
Yeah.
And I took the time to like get a spell back and spells, so
Let's go.
let's go.
So-
who's rolling for?
It's a D5 and then a D5, basically. Okay, there we go. So, 2. Becca, have you done time?
Yeah, I did the first time.
Okay,
roll,
and
I
Cody?
think.
And a
Hard
3.
time.
Cody, have you?
Cody did the
Oh, it's
event on the last one.
I did the D20, but not.
Yeah, so it's
the
Okay.
Jolly.
time.
So it's Jolly.
Wait.
Cody, roll time. Jolly, roll
Jolly.
encounter.
It's the D20, Jolly.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
Did you guys already? You guys already got a 6.
Ugh,
Jolly, roll
I
again.
keep getting the same rolls. I'm sorry. That's a 19. Okay.
That's a 19.
Have we done that one?
That's an. Oh. Okay.
Well, why are you so disappointed?
Aw.
I'm not disappointed.
Repeated O.
Oh.
Um,
No.
The O is nothing happens.
It's our
So
one peaceful
as
3-hour walk.
you all begin to travel onward, you find yourselves getting closer and closer to the mountain. But before you make it there, you notice something peculiar. No, I take it back. One of you notices something peculiar because she can see in night and has a passive perception that ruins everything.
Sorry, Connor,
Shut
but
up.
I'm not really that
Shut up,
sorry.
devil woman.
26 passive.
Fuck you.
And close.
You, Dea, notice that there is an odd, vaguely large, like this is like a building size large, egg-like shaped object kind of protruding up out of the ground. And coming from this massive stone are these large tubes, also made of stone that kind of flow in then back out, then back into the into this large mass of stone, and then kind of twist and turn around it, giving a vague heart-like appearance with too many valves and too many veins. This is a very large building, well over, you'd say, about 500 feet.
Hey, weird. There appears to be an egg-shaped building ahead with lots of tubes. Don't know what to do with this information. But just so you guys know.
Alright.
What do you want to do?
I highly doubt that is in.
Your line of
so. We
sight?
haven't
No, it is definitely not. You're not within 30 feet of it yet.
We should maybe.
Well, we haven't been traveling long enough.
Sneak by it, maybe.
Sure, we can stealth by it. I can help this time with pass that trace if we want to
Okay.
be safe.
That's probably a good idea.
So, I'll cast past that trace, and I guess we'll stealth.
It's up to you guys. I will say, Dad, you can see that there is an entrance to this building.
Yeah, I think we're just like. Well, Daya's wary of it because it's weird and shit. I don't know what.
I don't trust it because it's different.
Yeah, well, okay.
I don't know if we've ever been in a situation where tubes going in and out of something are good.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
Hi.
Hello,
Kit.
sweetie.
I knew she was here because I saw Connor's face.
I think
Aw.
sneaking by it, not getting caught up in it, might be our best option, to be honest.
Is anyone deadly curious about this place?
Yeah, I'm curious, but not enough to potentially die.
Also, we're on a time crunch.
Okay, let's sneak by it then.
Stealth checks.
Alright.
Let's see if I actually
know-
roll decent today.
Everyone gets a plus 10.
It's a 20.
Oh, that's not.
Maddie still has a 13 with that, but
It is still bad.
Daya makes up for it with a 38, so...
Somehow Gale rolled better. Actually,
Okay.
both tanks rolled the same thing.
I'm getting tired, y'all.
It's
that's
okay.
True.
Daya's gonna help you be stealthy.
That would remind me. You are officially within the 24 hours until you get to the inn, which means, Maddie, you'd be making all ability checks with disadvantage, and you now have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Okay.
I mean, she can roll. Do you want her to roll again, Connor?
You can.
Just in case.
I'm assuming she's
just-
not going to get a natural 1 or something lower, so I'm not terrible.
You never know, though. You gotta check.
So, yeah. Jolly, be so kind. Roll me one more time.
Roll what?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Oh,
roll stealth
okay.
Yeah, you're at
'Cause you're
the-
rolling it at-
Disadvantage?
Just
No,
roll it
just
again.
roll it normally for now
Oh,
because you
roll it
already
normally.
rolled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it goes
so
with the
it's-
3.
Okay.
So 26, 25, 38, 13, 20, 26, and 25. So, as you guys begin to sneak past the building, Dea, you're able to get a quick peek inside of it as you move past, and you say that inside of this building, on their knees, almost in kind of like a meditative state, appears to be a single individual. It appears to be an Azata of some kind, as they do have these large butterfly-like wings coming off of them, and these 2 sets of eyes, one here, one here. They're just kind of there on the center of in the center of the building, eyes closed, meditating, and you can see that at the top of the building there is a section that looks like it has been broken outward.
There is an Azata in there, guys. It's not what we're looking for, but... Weird four-eyed butterfly lady.
That's very mean.
She
Don't need
literally
to
has
say
four
that.
eyes. She literally has 4 eyes.
Yeah, but you don't need to call them weird.
Do we want to try and talk to him or no?
I'll leave it up to you guys.
Do you think they can get us any new information, or just relay a lot of the stuff we've already heard?
Do you think they'll look happily upon being interrupted in whatever they're doing?
Don't know until we try.
They're nice.
One said we go. As in, we go to see what the fuck they are, not leave.
Um,
Leave was
mean,
the
we
two
could-
because I thought it was the better option.
we could, like, there. I guess there is an off chance that she knows a strong enough Azata and can take us to them. Maybe. Slim chance, but a chance.
Worst case scenario, we get into the fight that Gale's been itching for.
We won't stay long here unless she can help.
Okay.
So
then
the
we should-
door's
should
open
be-
to it.
The door is open. Also, I believe I said the wrong thing. Are diaphanous wings, are those butterfly or dragonfly? Connor needs to double check. I think they're butterfly. Don't worry about it.
Google is saying butterfly.
Oh, translucent wings. Okay, so
Translucent.
Okay. So do you guys want to go in?
So, typically dragon.
We should be up front then, if we're gonna talk to
Appears
her.
to be the
Yep.
plan.
Just kind of knock on the door frame and be like, "Hello, excuse me."
You knock on the door quietly, kind of giving it a gentle tap, tap, tap. And you will see one set of the eyes opens up, one that's closer to the forehead. And the Azata will speak without moving and go, "Yes, how may I help you?"
It kind of like looks back at the party.
Hey,
Okay.
Connor,
Yes.
do I know what kind of Azata this is?
You can roll knowledge religion.
17.
17. You probably would have heard mentions of them in your Desna book, because if I recall correctly, they do have. Yes, they are born in Elysium and formed from planar energies charged by pleasant dreams. That is an Ween Uja. I probably butchered that, but that's how it is spelled. Yes. It is a demon that is... Demon? Sorry, Azata. I saw the word demon, my brain went... It is an Azata that is very much associated with dreams and the like, and is also associated with stars and planes in some way.
Dreams, you say?
That's most is gonna whisper. This one's pretty Desnian compared to some of the others. Dreams and like the night sky is kind of a shtick.
Hi. We're adventurers, and my friend here, she kind of like brings Maddie to the front with her. We are trying to get her some help. She's been cursed with a death curse and nightmares, and we're looking for a powerful Azata that can break the curse, and maybe you can, or you know someone who can, like a Brigidine or Vernalia.
What is the nature of the curse?
It's tied to fear, and she is withering.
How does the curse take effect, young lady?
Oh, you're looking at me.
Maddie, do you want to explain how this curse works on you?
If I take a long rest, my health deteriorates and I feel kind of weak. The very next day after I wake up,
What happens when you sleep, Maddie?
some being, I can't say what they look like, but I'm paralyzed in my dream and I can't move.
I could potentially assist.
Potentially.
Yes. While I am not one for wiping curses away, I could, at the very least, stunt the behavior of this thing. But, unfortunately, I am busy attempting to do this. Well, work on something at the moment. You are descended from an Azata, aren't you, young lady?
Yes.
What do you know of your people?
Not much, really.
Do you wish to know about your people?
Perhaps. Maybe.
Come, sit.
Okay. I guess I'll follow. Them?
Come on, go.
Them.
Yeah,
Them.
okay.
They certainly haven't corrected you, and they also don't seem to care all that much, so... What do you know of your people?
Not really. Like I said, I'm not sure. I never grew up knowing about anything in Elysium or Azata.
That is not uncommon. Most half-celestials are not simply taught how it works. It's better to allow them to decide on their own. You know what you come from?
You mean my mom?
Yes.
I know she's a god. Let me say the name again.
Gala.
Gala. Okay. I know that she's a Gala, but other than that, I'm not familiar what she does other than fight.
Well, the truth of the matter is there is very little else to it. The creature the individual smiles softly. Again, one set of eyes still closed, the other one's wide open. And they will take your hands and kind of hold them softly. The Gala are soldiers, protectors, very competent, very strong fighters. You have powerful blood in your veins. And while Azata are children of whims and whimsy, we do attempt to still make good decisions and impact the world for the better. Such is our way.
Right.
Do you know what happens if an Azata is not maintaining that path?
No.
We refer to them as broken.
Oh.
When an Azata is unwilling or unable to continue to make decisions for the sake of good, they are considered broken and have to be dealt with in some manner.
Dealt how exactly?
Well, this is what we have done. We refer to this as the Cardic Labyrinth.
What does that mean?
It is a prison. Of a sort.
Oh.
But we do not allow many of the ones here to stay conscious, and I am their warden. I am very much Chill. I am very much talented in the ways of dreams and the mind, and it is good for me to be here to ensure that they all stay asleep.
I see.
Many of them did not wish to become broken. Many of them were unfortunately forced to. What do you know of the schism and the gods?
Not much. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with most of the gods.
It's okay. It's difficult to be familiar with things that you have not greeted. Well, met, I should say, as that is proper grammar. Yeah, you guys can stand this. I can hear this. Would you like to hear a story?
Yes.
Very well. If that is the case, then I will tell you the story of Zon-Kuthon. Once upon a time...
Heard the name before.
You have definitely heard the name before. Once upon a time, there were two siblings, children of a divine being known as Thron. Their names are Dubral and Shaylin. Shaylin was a brilliant creator, an artist that was nearly untouched, and her brother was also artistically talented, but not to the same degree as Shaylin. This resulted in jealousy between the siblings. Dubral saw his sister's creative talents and was upset that he lacked. And so he went to the place between the stars. He traveled into a void and disappeared. It was many years until he came back, and then one day he returned. And his father, Thron, was so overjoyed. He rushed to greet his son and embrace him as he would, only to be bound in razor chain and dragged into the darkness by his own son. As in that darkness, Dubral was taken away by something else, and in his place became Zon-Kuthon. He tortured his father and created something known as the Prince in Chains, his herald. I tell you this because that is what I was protecting here and ensuring it stayed asleep. During the schism, the Prince in Chains was fond of Azata and fond of tormenting them and torturing them to the point of breaking. We captured our broken siblings, and we allowed them to rest. And then we captured the Prince in Chains, and made sure he stayed here. But that is why I can't assist you today.
No.
Some time ago, I lost consciousness completely. You must understand that does not happen to me. But there was some presence, a burst of energy that I have not felt in a very long time, and I went unconscious. And when I woke back up, some of the broken had escaped, and as had the prince in chains. Can you guess what I am going to ask you?
No.
If you and your friends can find the prince in chains and destroy him, subdue him, I do not care which, then I will have enough time to assist you. Yes, Grey One.
Can you tell me what he looked like?
The Prince in Chains is
Yep,
a...
here.
Oh shit, yeah. Watch it.
Okay. You hold out a piece of paper, and the Azata, whose name you have not yet asked, will lay their hand upon it, and you will see the image of this appear. And I just posted it into the chat.
Cool. Oh,
He
he's
is-
horrifying.
He is larger than a house and very dangerous. You must understand, he was a god. He is weaker than he was, as he has been broken and is no longer the same he used to be, but he is still powerful. But if you can find him and subdue him long enough for some of my siblings to apprehend him, then I would gladly be able to assist you. I am very certain other Azata would be willing to assist you as well.
A favor for potentially better favors.
Absolutely. You have no understanding of how much you would help us by doing so. This creature inflicted much harm on our people, and we would love to see him brought to our form of justice.
Is he still on this plane?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can.
Don't suppose he's nearby.
I don't know. I would hope he is not.
You can.
Give me 10 minutes. You guys can keep conversing. Just don't let
Do we
anyone
want
run off.
to? Do we want to do this? We should.
I mean, if we do this, the Azata in general will owe us quite a bit.
Yeah, but I'm
But
saying I don't want to.
he
We
would be
should
anyway.
rest first before we even.
I mean, yeah, but
so finding now is not going to be helpful. I don't think.
if
But
yeah, if
Maddie's
Mercy's
already. Well, if Maddie sleeps, she's already got a point of exhaustion. She's gonna take some more damage, though.
Yeah. But
Remember, I can remove that exhaustion.
Also, the rest of us. I don't want to not go at full power. Is my issue, and I'm not at full power.
Hey, Connor, I had a question real quick. Because I knew I'd be using this at some point while we were here. This doesn't say per long rest, it says per day. With the day and night cycles weird here, how does that work?
Per day.
So just, even if it's only like a 2-hour
If your day turns out to be 1 hour of day and 2 hours of night, then that is technically a day. Welcome to
Damn.
Elysium.
Oh my
It's
god.
That is very powerful.
So, I don't know how well this thing's gonna work here, because I haven't tried it yet, and let's face it doesn't really belong to something that's great, but it would still tell us where it is. And even if we don't choose to help them, we can at least tell them the general area.
I mean, I think we
we
should
can help him
them.
later.
I just
We
don't
just
want to do
need.
it now.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Is we
Gail?
do it.
The Azata will look at you, Maddie, and go, "Are you well, dear?
No.
Would you like me to braid your hair?"
Yeah. Aww.
The Azata will begin to braid your hair.
What the fuck?
So cute. Gail, Haru, haven't heard much from you two. Do you want to fight this thing?
It may be means trouble.
What? I'm sorry,
Can you
what?
repeat that,
Cut out so
Cody?
bad.
Or...
Something about there might be another means.
Yes, it may be means trouble.
It's an option, yeah.
It will remove Lacroix's sort of motive. Perhaps undermine his power a bit.
Gil,
Hmm.
what do you think?
If we can track it down quickly, take it out quickly,
My only
unless we get it done.
Again, my
That's
only
kind of what I'm thinking.
my only issue is it was a god, so it's fairly strong, and I'm not.
We don't have to. We don't have to
We'll-
kill it. We just have to wait long enough for Azata to come aid us.
And we will rest before.
Yeah, that, as
we
long as
crack
we
it.
rest
And we're only going after it now if it's
near.
feasible
Yeah.
to do it
Okay.
faster than finding Brigidine or Verinalia.
Okay.
Maddie,
Hmm?
this is all for you. Do you want to fight this thing, or do you want to keep searching?
This is probably our best bet right now. We have no other leads for the other Azatas.
That's
Connor, what time of day is it? Like, is it night or day?
Night?
I can't.
It's night.
Okay, I can use this before we rest, and when I wake up in the morning, I can use it again. And make sure it hasn't moved too much.
And we can still pursue other means.
I mean, if Mercy uses her eye and it's just too far away for us to get there feasibly.
He's been crushed.
No!
Don't do that.
Goodbye, Larold.
No, actually, when we were falling, Ro didn't hit it on him as well.
No, he's fine. He's trying to get along as best he can.
Yeah.
Mercy's gonna leave everyone to continue discussing if need be, and sit down and start the
Pop
process.
that eye.
She's taking off her chest plate first. She's not damaging it. Don't you give me that. You do this to me every time if I don't mention it.
Yeah, I do. The eye's also damn near invincible. Who needs a
but
chest
Titty
plate? You got.
window! Titty window!
Look, I'll do titty window next time. And
Armor
yes,
titty window!
the eye protects this, but she still has all these internal organs down here, assholes.
So
Yeah.
the eye protects a line. It
Yeah.
protects
The eye protects the
sternum.
titties.
That's
The sternum's
it.
the armor.
Okay. Everybody else, you guys can talk. I will get to Jess in a second.
Do you know of any weaknesses?
No,
Or resistances.
many.
Okay, great.
As I said, you must understand this is a very dangerous creature.
Anything that you can tell us will help.
Simply being near this creature is dangerous. Traveling near it results in what can best be described as a whipping barrage of chains.
Oh, that's gotta be so difficult.
Meaning Mercy and Gale and you are gonna have to be careful.
Yeah.
I can't exactly stay too well.
You should be able to stay far back enough that you don't get hurt.
I have ranged options, but I'm more effective up close, yeah. Oh, I mean, we'll probably go after it at some point. It's just... Because that is just a good person thing to do, and we're good people.
Yeah, I think no matter what, we need to go after that.
What is your name, by the way?
Duma.
I don't think... Duma.
D-U-M-A. Duma.
What? You don't know anything about the thing that rendered you unconscious?
No. Nothing at
Yeah,
all.
how long ago did this happen?
A week,
okay.
perhaps two. And whatever it was... I've never felt something that strong. Well, I have. But it has been some time.
It does very coincidentally coincide, I think, with about when our friend got cursed. When Maddie got cursed, yeah.
That's true. Do you think it's connected?
I don't know. I'm not going to say or suggest it is quite yet, but the timing is
Odd.
coincidental. And maybe it is just a coincidence, or maybe something's more connected than we thought. I don't know. It's impossible to tell right now, but it's interesting.
Well, if you guys are going to be thinking, if that's the case, then I think now will be a perfect time for us to take a break.
Yeah.
We're going to be back in about 5 to 10
Let's
minutes,
do it.
y'all, while my players think over their options on what to do next.
Well, we'll be
See you
right
back.
back. We are back. Welcome back.
It's only one lasagna. So, you guys are trying to decide what to do. Correct.
I think we're waiting on Mercy to do her thing first.
So, Mercy, do you want to go to me, or does anybody else have something they want to say? No? Okay. Mercy.
I think so.
What are you going to do?
Opening the fucking eyeball and looking at the bastard.
Okay. So, you open up the eye of the fifth, and you use it to begin trying to scry upon the prince in chains. So, let me double check his stats. Okay. I will just use you. Cool. It's a fat natural one.
Good.
Which means he does not observe the eye. So,
Shocking.
even with his modifier, it's a big fat fucking natural one. There's no way. You begin to you stand still and allow your eye to split open to then see the form of the prince in chains. And as your vision is cast further away from Elysium, well, further along in Elysium, I should say, you are eventually greeted by the terrible form of a tremendous wolf, standing about 15 to 20 feet tall, draped in chains and bearing these horrible oozing marks and scars all along its body as these chains whip out around it. You see that it just stalks through the woods right now, seemingly unbothered. It continues its way through these woods, unmolested for quite a while, until what appears to be a smaller pack of just regular direwolves takes note of it, and most of them try to run. And very swiftly, this creature begins to charge into the group of these wolves, and you watch as the chains surrounding it start to whip around them and cling to them and hold them in place while it just begins to rip the rest of them to shreds. And within the matter of less than a minute, an entire pack is eviscerated. How long do you want to observe it?
I think once she sees it starting to kill wolves, she's good.
Oh.
Personally, she's gonna see that and go, I don't want to watch them die. And snap out.
Okay. You snap out of it. You're aware of how far away it is. It is a fair distance, but it's probably about 3 days travel. Well,
What days are our travel?
well, normal days. So it's about 72 hours of travel.
Which direction?
It would be. I'm mentally trying to remember. So. From where you are right now, it would be to the. I think it would be southwest from where you are.
That's a good airline. Mercy's just gonna point in that direction and go, about 3 days that way in the woods.
Is it the same way we've been going, or?
It's behind us. We've been heading east. I think.
You guys basically you started off heading south and then started heading southeast. So it's kind of in an opposite-ish direction.
So
It's
if
not
we
the way we.
Yeah, if we keep going towards the inn, then we can just cut straight across, go that way. We wouldn't lose too much time. I don't think, because we'd still be going south, right?
Unless it can move a shit
You're
ton.
currently in a position where if you started heading southwest, you'd be heading kind of away from the mountain, because that's southeast, and you're not terribly far away from it at this point.
Then we should maybe head towards the mountain.
I think we're at that moment where
It's closer.
we have to decide.
Everyone who hasn't really had much of a say in this, Maddie, Ro, Pro, Gail, we know where it's at now. What are the four of you thinking?
I think Gail's eating.
Not the
I say
screen.
that we invest of night and intend to use your eye again in the morning and see where it's
Cody, buddy.
We need to know if
Cody.
we can keep pace with it.
Okay.
I understand him, but
I'm happy I could understand you, but man, your webcam stopped. Dead.
I
Dead
said
stop.
that it probably will happen.
yeah.
Jill?
Ro is just gonna look around at everybody and go, you know, the last time we tried to fight something really fucking powerful, that's how we kind of ended up here. So I'm gonna have to say I'm not really on the side of fighting this thing. We've got a few other options besides fighting a former god, could be God, would be God, will be God. I don't know.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Shouldn't. Coulda, woulda, shouldn't. That's my opinion.
Maddie,
Mm,
you're
much
you're
as
you're
I-
currently having your hair braided by Duma.
oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. No, Duma's been quietly braiding your hair this entire time.
As much as I want to go after the wolf, I don't want to risk anyone's safety.
Well, you can maybe try it when you're feeling better.
Yeah.
If we want that responsibility. I suppose we don't have to do it at all. It's just... You know, we're here. Also wouldn't hurt to get a handful of Azata allies in one go. But it seems like at least half of us kind of don't want to do it, right now anyway.
Yeah, we haven't
Gale?
heard much from you.
Gale.
That's alright.
What?
No, I was told that I haven't heard much from me yet. That's alright.
Making sure your voice is heard.
Oh, the decision's already been made. It's fine by me. I just want to get Maddie healthy.
Okay. But then I guess we do the slightly less risky, but potentially longer way. Well, both are potentially longer, but...
Then let's not dawdle here anymore, at least for the moment. Let's get moving.
When her hair's done being braided.
Alright.
Don't want to leave that half finished.
Yeah. It doesn't take very long. Duma wraps up fairly quickly. And we'll look at you, Maddie, and say, I do wish you luck in your quest.
I'm sorry we're not gonna be able to get what you ask for.
It's okay, dear girl. I'm confident that there are some other Azata that can assist. And while it may take some time, we can still manage to rein in our own problems.
She just kind of slowly turns back to the group.
We can always come back a later time.
Yeah.
We do have the fork now, and I intend to have the ability to travel by plane, so we can come back and help with that if we want.
Let's fucking kick rocks. We can stop sitting on our hands and get on our fucking feet. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
We've been here for so long.
Mercy's with her on this one. The second row says that she's just starting towards the door.
Yeah, it's just making sure that
Okay.
we're not missing something.
So, you guys say your goodbyes to Duma and begin to make your way further on. The remaining 3 hours of night go pretty swiftly, no real problems. Would you guys care to roll again for the next the next time cycle and the next encounter?
Yeah. I'll roll it.
You'll roll it?
I'll roll it. We'll
Roll
roll
it.
D4s.
What? Oh,
To figure. Or I can just roll for both.
it's up
I'm
to you.
normal.
You haven't gone.
Do it.
Fuck it. I'm rolling for both. D8.
It's like, does
Expedite the
anyone feel
process.
strongly about this?
Why
I'll be
D8,
rolling for
Jace?
my own hand.
Say, Jace?
What?
D12, not D8.
Oh. Oops. 11.
Hey,
There we go.
long day.
Hell yeah.
There we go. 11 hours. Very good. Encounter. Okay. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
So, as you guys begin making your way throughout the day, you are greeted by the sight of a lovely rainbow off in the distance. You see that everything appears to be rather sunny out, and there does appear to be a bit of a rainfall starting up, which isn't bad, but as you travel on further and further through the day, you start to realize that the rain is getting colder and colder and colder. And with simple observance of the nearby environment, you're seeing that some of the trees are starting to freeze as you're finding yourselves caught in a freezing rainstorm.
Got it.
So, as you guys continue on through this bone-chilling weather, what would you like to do?
Can I do change state to make it rain on us instead of the cold, like crazy ice rain?
Just constantly.
You know, doing a thing.
Well, creating a little umbrella for herself is one of the cutest images.
Yeah, like you
Like
can.
like Katara.
You can. I'm pretty sure with Ultra Shape, you can. Your range is 30 feet, but the actual area of effect is 5 feet, which means you can definitely cover yourself and maybe another person, but that'd be about it.
Let's see. Range is 5 feet. At whatever 5th level increases to 10 feet, 11th level 30 feet. Blah 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 blah. Sure, I just do it.
Gotcha.
It's happening.
You're covering yourself, no problem.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
there's only so much you can do. In fairness.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Sorry, buddy.
3 of the people here outside of Row have cold resistance. So while it's uncomfortable, it's not.
Does it look like it's something? Okay, go ahead, Jace. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it slowing us down at all?
It's not slowing you down, but it's definitely hard to deny the fact that it is very uncomfortable and it does not feel great. You're confident that traveling. Oh yes.
Oh, does the umbrella?
You do have a parasol, so yes, you very well can use an umbrella for its intended purpose.
I just have this image now of Row and Maddie walking side by side, essentially with 2 umbrellas.
Everybody else is left out in the cold.
They're literally freezing her skin off.
No,
Must be nice.
Today, to be honest.
Keep it on yourself.
Basically, it is cold, it is uncomfortable, and the longer you go in it, the more of a problem it's going to be in the future.
Imagine Gale's red.
No, my question was:
Yep.
Is it look like something that will like peter out eventually, or?
It could take hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'll deal with it, and if I have to like roll a Constitution saving throw for it, which I'm assuming is what's gonna happen, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But it depends on what everyone else wants to do. Because my other suggestion was to do a Liam's tiny hut and like wait it out, but I don't know if we have the time for that.
If we want to get to the village.
Yeah, we're cutting it close, getting to the inn.
Yeah,
with
I
our
say we
current-
just keep going and maybe make sure Maddie's covered up so she's good.
Yeah.
I can handle being a bit exhausted from running through this. If anyone has anything to give extra to Maddie, now would be a good time. Like a
She's got
jacket
an
or-
umbrella.
Okay, so she's good. Then I'm fine with keep going if everyone else is.
Uh-huh.
Dea will walk side by side with Maddie, but like make sure the umbrella is mostly covering. Because sharing an umbrella, depending on how big it is, it won't cover both of us.
It
but she'll,
certainly
like-
will not cover you completely, but it'll help.
Yeah, and she'll like
I mean,
have her blue cloak like
So
around.
I'll use water walk so we don't have to worry about sinking into the mud.
that'll help, yeah. Yes, Jess?
So there's only really 3 of us, right? That aren't.
Yeah, so Haru can just kind of hide either under Ro or under Maddie, either way.
With the
Dea-
cat.
Yeah, Dea.
Yeah, or you can hang out with the cat.
Or with the cat.
Hey,
Dea
it's warm
is
in there.
partially
it's
covered.
nice.
There's not much that can be done for Erudite Gale
Fine.
is used to the cold, which will definitely give you a bonus, but you'll still roll.
Right.
Mercy, you have cold resistance, so that'll help. Am I forgetting anybody?
And Ro has the shape change.
And I mentioned Ro with the
yeah.
Cool. There's only 3 of us. I can maintain this for an hour at a time, and it is a fucking cantrip. And I can warm a non-living object Mercy's gonna touch everyone's shirt and make it warm as we walk.
Just keep touching shirts to make them warm. That will theoretically help a fair amount, yeah.
Because I can chill or warm up 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. And I can maintain 5 of them, 5 effects at a time. And I can instantly dry any creature within range that's willing. So
yeah, that can help a pretty fair amount. Okay.
Wait, which spell are you talking about?
I have prestidigitation.
Oh, okay, because I have that too if it helps in any case as well.
It's if anyone's like, you can do that too, because the umbrella isn't a cantrip, so yeah, you can just touch somebody.
So essentially, after somebody complains about being wet a while, we can just smack our hand on them and dry them off and keep going.
Yeah. So, Ro and Maddie, you don't have to roll. Haru, are you like under one of the umbrellas, or are you hiding with Gale?
I'm with the cat.
You're with the cat? Okay. So I'll give you advantage, but you're still not completely waterproof.
So is it a Constitution saving throw?
Under a deer hide and a bear hide?
Do you really have that much fucking cloaks on you, James?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Gale got the bear skin, the black.
Why
the
do you have so many
black
cloaks
bear
on?
one, and then Gale had already made the deer one, so the bear one is underneath the deer one.
You must
and
be
they both
fucking
have hoods.
You must be fucking sweltering during summer.
It's been winter.
And he still doesn't wear shoes.
No shoes.
As I've said,
Freak.
it's
You
cozy
freak.
in there.
Yeah, no. I didn't realize you had that many
Gale,
cloaks on.
Yeah, Gale.
Yeah, if
put
that's the case,
bear
then I
one
suppose
underneath
Haru would be fine too.
Yeah.
Gale, due to sheer size, it's a little tougher for you because like you're walking into it.
Yeah.
So
Gale's getting smacked in the face with it.
Yeah. But you're also being given the prestidigitation regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Dea, you're partially under one. So, Gale, you have advantage. Dea, you have advantage. Erode, you're being prestidigitationed. I'll give you advantage. And
Okay, cool.
Jess, you're doing the same to yourself. I'll give you advantage as well.
it's
So basically, it's Constitution saving throws. I'll give all four of you guys have
and
advantage.
all of you are in my range, so you also get my +4.
Yep.
My God, I rolled a 16.
I have a +8.
Yep.
I have a
Oh my
+8 now because of I'm
thank God I
out,
rolled
proficient in
okay.
it, so
I'm glad I checked my spells.
My +1 to con.
28 for
Yeah.
me.
So as you guys are doing this, there are two things you're noticing. One, the entire world around you is beginning to develop this thick crystalline buildup all along it as everything is covered in ice. Two, Rose Cantrip is very effective and also is resulting in a near constant steam cloud coming from them transmuting water into gas. So you guys would all manage to...
Spinning.
Yeah, you guys would all manage to basically stay dry-ish, or at least comfortable enough to not have to deal with any lasting effects like exhaustion. That you guys should be okay. Well done.
We've solved your cold
You
puzzle.
solved my freezing rain puzzle.
One in a
you'd be
row.
able to... What was that?
I said one in a row.
One in a row. What do you mean one in a row? You've done fine everywhere else. Okay, it's 14 hours. Okay. So, you guys are about 14 hours away from... Are you going to try and get to the inn?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
so
believe
with Larold actually giving you a little bit of assistance direction-wise, he can tell you roughly where you are. You're a day out a little while ago. Maddie, you're starting to get tired, which means you got about 10 hours left. Give me another roll, guys.
Right.
I will do the encounter because I've done the day thing already.
Okay.
I'll do the day because I haven't done the day.
There we go. 17.
Oh, 10 hours.
Hey!
That's almost dead on. Okay, that'll be cool. So 10-hour night and
Get there
number
at
17.
Ready, go. It's a Chicago reference,
It
God.
is a Chicago.
I don't look. The most I know is about that stupid fucking bean that we need to cover in Vanta Black or something like
It's
that.
a Chicago
musical.
reference.
The
The
musical.
musical.
Oh,
It's from Cell Block
Number
Tango.
17.
Yes.
The spread eagle.
And I listen to a podcast, and every time they do a quiz show, like they have like a game time at the end of it. Every time they say 17, they go spread eagle. So like it's automatic. And because I
you guys are weird.
I've
guys
been
are
on podcasts for
weird.
years. Yeah.
So, as you guys are making your way through the now crystalline forest surrounding you, your boots crunching beneath you. He had it coming? What do you mean?
It's a Cell Block
It's
Tango.
another Chicago
Okay.
reference. It's the only It's usually the only reference people make, but
I don't know Chicago. I'm sorry.
Literally, the reference Michelle made is in the same song. As
I
He Had It
only
Coming.
know the he had it coming reference.
Guys, I'm
is
sorry. I
because
don't know this musical, okay?
I don't know it either, but I know
sorry.
people who do, and it comes up quite a bit.
Don't be mean to me. Continuing on. You all are making your way closer and closer to where the inn should be. Now, out of curiosity, who's leading the pack? I know the answer to this.
If the freezing rain had stopped, I assumed Dea was
It
back
will
near
have
the
stopped
front.
as you guys enter into nighttime.
Yeah, because when it was going, she was with Maddie, but she's sort of helping navigate. So she'd be near the front.
Okay.
Gail taking
I don't know
front,
who else.
taking her back.
Oh,
So, in that case, folks in the front, make some rolls for perception.
18 from Gale.
20 and an 18. You guys have become vaguely aware that there's a small, almost like a stone building up ahead, alongside a path that is beginning to form. Like a trodden dirt path that you can now actively see. And in front of it, there are 3 individuals. From what you guys can see, they don't appear to be, well, they are armed and they are armored. But by their stance and behavior, that... What are you guys doing?
Don't
I
worry
was
about it.
motioning to my arms because you said they were armed.
Okay.
That's why I'm muted. Keep going.
I'm sorry!
Ignore me. That's what I'm here for.
Look! I see movement, my brain has to react.
I'm just waving. Hi.
And you see that they are all kind of lounging in front of this stone building, which, upon closer investigation, probably is something like a tomb, if you were to judge, as there is like a wrought metal doorway to it, and it's very well carved out of very neat, polished stone. But the biggest thing that you guys would notice, Dea and Gale, is that these 3 women in front of this tomb could very easily be Amelie's sisters.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them. They look
Oh, no.
nearly picturesque.
I assume
they
they're hot, yes.
let me double check the stats on the gala.
I mean, if they look like Amelie, then yeah, I would assume so.
If they're Gala, I think Mercy's gonna be attracted to them anyway. Big buff ladies.
Yeah, buff ladies.
Okay, both of you to assume Mercy is the only one. Ro is here too, thanks.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know, but you're the one asking the question.
Charisma 17. Yeah, they're pretty good looking. It's a low bar for you guys, I know. They're attractive women. You're gonna fall for them. But you can see that they all appear to be lounging in front of the tomb, passing a wineskin amongst each other. What do you do?
There's some big buff ladies that kind of look like Maddie's mom. What do you guys think?
I think we should ask if they're related, and then we should not go into that tomb. That's
Maddie.
my plan.
Maddie, they're your aunts. We finally meet your family.
We don't know if they're related to me. This so good. You don't anything like that.
Do you want to say hi, Maddie?
It's like with Firbolgs. Every Firbolg knows every other Firbolg.
That's true.
Yeah.
We all
right.
do
Maybe
know
it
each
might
other.
be a mistake going here. I don't know about this, guys.
No.
You getting second thoughts now?
If them, but they all know Maddie somehow.
That'd be the case, huh?
It's kind of like
They all turn and oh, go ahead.
I was gonna go. It's like when you're 3 and at a family reunion, and then you go back, don't go back for 10 years, and everyone knows who you are, but you have no idea who any of them are.
I was gonna say they all turn in synchronization and go, Madeline.
Horror movie time.
We've been expecting you.
In front of a tomb? Oh, okay. Let's go then.
I must
Uh,
be going.
plot twist, they say that, but then they go over to Gil's cloak and take out the cat. The cat is what they
We've
were
been waiting.
expecting.
We knew you'd get here somehow.
God, I would be like that, Azata.
So what do you want to do?
Approach the big hot ladies. Come on.
Okay, Ro wants to say hi.
Come
Say
on.
hi.
I mean, it's the direction we're headed in, and we're not, like, going to purposefully go far around them.
I know I'm with Ro on this one. I want to approach them.
The pace never falters. There's no pause in Ro's step. It is like, we're going this way, right?
I don't even know these people's names. I'm already simping for them. Come on,
Oh
damn.
my god.
They look like Maddie's mom. I trust
Oh my
them.
god.
Maddie's on
Daya, you might not want to, but
You don't mention it.
Wait, what?
What?
Nothing.
don't worry about it.
Oh.
Suddenly there's Jack to keep up with the rest of the party.
Don't worry, my faces are not to anything that's going on here. It's to something else that I just read that makes no sense to me, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm like making faces, and I'm like, wait.
Okay.
am I misinterpreting?
Does that mean Ro is the first one to approach them?
Yup.
Sure.
So, in front of you, you see that there are 3 women, all clad in plate mail.
Wait, man.
I want to die.
Horse. Horse divorce. We're back on it again.
No, stop. Stop. You guys are all being very mean to me.
Tell me about these hot buff women, Connor.
You see that they're all carrying, they're all wearing plate mail and carrying what appear to be great swords, which look to have some kind of a faint inner light coming from them. And as they're more or less lounging in front of this tomb, some literally just like laying on the ground, others sitting or relaxing in some way. One of them, the one that's upside down, will kind of look at you, Ro, and go, "Oh, hello."
Hey, can I... Is it weird to approach a stranger and ask what they're doing? Is that...
No, that's not weird. It's simply
What are you guys up to?
conversational.
Seem to be very relaxed in front of this tomb? Question mark?
Yes, indeed. This is a tomb we're supposed to be guarding.
Yeah.
We're
Can't say
bothering.
I try to get past you.
Most people do not. Thus, the wine.
entirely fair and my kind of guarding.
Would you like some?
Well, yeah. I'm never one to turn down an offer of alcohol.
Okay. One of them will hold out the wineskin to you.
I'll fucking take a swig. She's not a bitch.
Yeah. It is quite good. Has a vaguely minty taste to it, and you're not too sure why.
I almost did, Becca. I wasn't expecting an actual offer of actual liquid in game when I was drinking my real liquid.
That's right. Her lips touched. My lips touching. We're back.
Oh! Indirect
Oh,
kiss!
yes! It's fucking gay, dude. I mean, but no, bro just hands it back. Like, we're not here to party. We already partied and a murder happened, so we're not. Anyway, I hope no. Yeah, it was a lot. These are everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Ro. This is the other guys.
Yes, Jess?
Mercy's raising her hand in game too, and she's gonna go. So, I could be wrong here. Excuse me if this is weird. Why the fuck is there a tomb in a place where people can't die?
Some people, they can't die, and it's difficult for us to die, but it does not mean that people have not died.
Who's important
like
enough to need
Azata?
guards?
A very, very good person.
Can you elaborate anymore, or are we not supposed to know?
I don't know their name.
This is like a really good, like a saint, like a really good.
Something of the sort. To be completely honest
Tomb
with
of the Unknown Soldier.
To be completely honest with you, I'm simply here to guard it. Somebody needs to, and every once in a while, we change the guard, but normally it's me and my sisters. And we simply make sure that nobody attempts to break in. No troublemakers.
By chance, do you know anybody named Amelie? Just by chance. Looks like you, kinda.
Another gala?
Yeah.
Connor will roll. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. It was a natural 20.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Hello, aunties.
Yes! Yes, we do know Emily. We haven't seen her a
no
very long
shit?
time. Yes.
Maddie, come here.
I'm gonna run now!
Run in the opposite direction. Like, no.
Maddie, no!
Are you actually gonna run?
I'm gonna run!
Oh, okay.
Somebody fucking grab her.
What are you guys gonna do?
That's Amelie's daughter.
What's to do?
Wait, you say that's Amelie's daughter to them?
Yeah.
One of them will just kind of quickly unfurl these 6 wings and go and start flying right after her. And I will say, Maddie, your speed is 30.
No, I have my fucking wings. I can do that too. There's no way. I'm gonna let her catch up.
Well,
to me.
here's the thing. The Gala's speed is 120 flying.
Oh, I'm fucked right now.
You don't even have time to react, really.
It's like as this well-built bullet just comes flying at you, and using the ice that is still on the ground, kind of skids and then like stands in front of you, hands up. No, like this, like at chest level, not like this.
Jeff.
They're not.
Spirit
They
fingers.
didn't stop. Hey!
Spirit fingers.
God,
And they just grab you by the shoulders and go, "You're Amelie's daughter?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's your
No.
name?"
It's Maddie!
Yeah, this point is next to her.
Let me double check the abilities
She
that
caught-
that a Gala has, because I think there's something.
Family reunion.
No.
Time to embarrass the shit out of Maddie.
True.
Turns out they fucking hate Amelie.
Oh no.
Amelie's
Let
a
me-
wanted mass murderer and was the one who killed this guy. So it's really fucking awkward that, hey, now they have
Awkward.
a hostage.
I know Amelie.
You're now our hostage.
Let me just do a quick look.
We're gonna put you in
over.
this tomb.
Oh.
This is meant for you, actually.
Funny story.
My whole
Weirdly enough.
This is for Amelie's entire bloodline, which you just so happen to be a part of.
Get in there.
Can't fucking breathe.
Cool. No, it's okay, guys. I was quietly checking over something because I
Yeah.
noticed. No,
it's
I
fine. We
I
just
kn-
have
I
it to the point
noticed-
where Jolly can't breathe. You're
Yeah.
good.
I noticed a special ability that Gala had, and I was like, I should check this.
Oh god. Okay.
So what's your name?
Maddie.
Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh. I was afraid of this.
My
Oh.
name's Ren.
Ren.
W-R-E-N. Ren.
Ah.
And she'll just kind of pick you up.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, you need to meet the rest of them.
Oh no. Why am I getting picked up?
It'll be okay, Maddie.
Did you know we used to serve with your mother?
Oh, I mean, not a surprise because you guys look like her, to be honest.
Well, we all typically look a little bit similar. Some of us don't, but still. She was around when we first came to be, and she was one of us. But it's so good to see you.
Oh.
I didn't know Amelie went to the material plane.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, it's so good to hear. What's it like down there, sweetie?
I don't know, pretty normal. I don't know much other than, I mean, she's back at home right now.
Oh, that's good to hear. Does she have a husband?
Yes.
Wife? Husband?
Yes, husband.
Oh, that's good to hear.
This is very embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing? Good.
I've personally been the subject of this at family reunions. So.
That's so nice, but
I'm 100% where I'm like I've been in the Maddie position like multiple times.
So, do you have anybody?
What?
You
What do you
know,
mean by
anybody
that?
you're interested in? You know, a girlfriend, boyfriend, something like that?
No. Don't
That's
you
not
dare
true.
roll inside. Don't you dare roll inside.
I'm sorry, I have to. I don't have a
Sorry.
choice.
And Maddie has disadvantage
Dea
on the
starts looking
subject.
away.
Yeah, that's the
very-
worst part. You're at one exhaustion point. That means all ability score rolls are at disadvantage.
Also, Gail literally just said out loud,
Gil?
that's not true.
No, he's lying. Don't listen to him.
See, but
And
that's just
everyone
lying
is-
to you.
Everyone
Ro very pointedly did look at Dea like,
Dan's very pointedly looking towards like the trees,
You
like
can-
pretending to look out for
Roll,
stuff.
roll to try to lie.
Perception at disadvantage.
I know, I'm freaking.
get fucked.
I technically should have them roll again.
No! I mean,
It's more than one of them listening.
There are 3 listening. You're right.
The 22.
Want to give him bardic inspiration? I'm just kidding.
No, you can do it. You can do it.
Can't do
Come
it after
on!
the fact.
Shut up, Cody. I'll allow it.
Sorry, Connor.
Ro, get to work.
But to be fair,
She's wearing- to be fair, Isabel is wearing a gauntlet with Celestial on it. She doesn't know what it says.
she's got that. Gail said that's not true.
Gail
and
also
Maddie's
said that's
bright red.
We don't talk about what's in that fucking
And I think
gauntlet.
everybody
Hey,
in the party looked at
Can
Dale
you
when...
can you remind me what it says on that gauntlet in DMs?
No.
DMs,
No, I think
so-
you're. I wasn't asking. You're gonna have to remind me what that gauntlet says in DMs.
Fine.
That was not a request.
I was not asking, dear.
I
That was not
as-
a request, that was
as-
a demand.
As looking through the Gala stats, not only do they speak Celestial, they also have something called True Speech, so I'm pretty confident that they can read it.
They just have to get a look at it.
That won't be hard. Their stats are good enough that they can point out. Yeah. Uh-huh.
No.
I realized suddenly that this lie is not going anywhere.
No.
Sometimes you can tell the best lie, but the environment gives you away.
It's
Your role
Yeah,
means
it's-
nothing.
it's easy to lie, but until your friend's pointing at you and making it very clear that you're not lying.
That you are lying.
That you are lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one that is close enough to read it.
No.
Nat 20.
Yeah, they all at first seem like inclined to believe you. And then you see one of them, the one that carried you over to the rest, catches a glimpse of Dea's gauntlet.
No.
And then the game's up, and you can tell she doesn't believe you anymore.
No. Oh. God.
And that one, and Ren just goes, uh-huh. Sure.
You sound just like her too.
Brilliant minds think alike.
Oh. She's gonna turn completely red right now.
She'll kind of like
Become a sheep.
she'll just kind of like hold you and kind of pet your head. It's okay.
So, beyond embarrassing Maddie, because, let's face it, she needed to smile, even if it was an embarrassed smile. Weird question.
Weird answer.
Funny. We're kind of on a mission right now, and we're looking for some people. We got told a couple places they could be, but there's always a chance as other Azata you might know better location-wise. And I'm gonna apologize for my pronunciation, because I'm gonna do this wrong every time. Vernalia and the Brigidine.
Vernalia and Brigidine. You're close to the first one. No Vernalia. They're a bit twitchy. Not a fan of being around other people. As for Brigidine, I'm confident there's at least one over on the mountain.
Wait, this mountain?
Yeah. Almost confident. With that said, if you're asking for help from one,
We're gonna have to fist fight it. We already know that one.
well, maybe. Yeah, you could definitely throw hands with Brigidine.
We got a gift in the works.
Yeah. Well, that'll get its attention. Look, they're not gonna do something for you for free. You know that.
We
But-
have another idea, but we need to wait on that one.
Oh, there are plenty of ways you could do it. Brigidines are fiery, they're hot, figuratively, literally. They do like spicy food.
Oh, good thing we
So
have
do
a
I.
talented chef with us. And Mess is gonna look at Maddie when she says that.
Stop looking at me.
Really? I haven't eaten all today. Is it possible that we can get something to eat too?
You want to make some food for your aunties, Maddie?
God damn it. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll cook.
Aside from that, they like good food. Spicy food is their favorite. There are a few other ways. If you can find a really nice, or a particularly hot, or particularly, how do I describe this? You know the plane of fire, right?
I know
You're
it
still
exists
alive.
as we've been on the water one.
Good. Well, don't go to
We've
that
also-
one. They won't like that one.
We've also met a being from the fire plane.
Oh yeah, the Jinn.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of Brigidine, if they can, they'll like to relax in lava. So if you get them to somewhere really nice and warm, like the elemental plane of fire, or at least find a way to get close to it, they would love that.
So if someone could per se make a giant hole full of molten rock, and Mess is gonna look at
Yeah.
Mo.
If someone could perchance do that.
Do you want to do it for hours on end? They'll stay there until the lava starts to cool.
Okay, we'll write that one down in our little book of tricks. Also, Maddie, don't overexert yourself. Your death curse, remember? The curse that's killing you? Maddie's cursed. Rose says this to the hot buff ladies. Just so they
You have
know.
a curse?
Yeah.
No. You see, all three of them are now coming over to give you a hug.
Oh, I love this. So what's this doing for Maddie's trauma out of curiosity? Because she's getting 3 essentially clones of her mother hugging her.
Clones. They look different.
Roll for mommy issues.
Someone remind me real quick what elemental that rock was for.
I think that
Air.
one's for the one.
Hair, yeah.
Okay.
Which is weird because it's blue, but it's air.
Yeah.
So fire, good food, stone, fist fighting.
And Betty has that one, so.
One of these moves is not like the others.
That is a trope. There's a trope name for that. I don't remember what it is, but there's. I think there's a trope name for that.
Hero, yeah?
Barlcaria.
Okay.
Hey, a second weird question. You guys are kind of powerful, right?
Yeah, you see that all three of them are now kind of crowding around Maddie.
This
Kinda
will help
like-
Maddie if you can answer me.
Yeah?
Can you teleport us to the village?
Connor needs to double check this.
Because I know you said powerful enough ones could do it, but I don't know if they're strong enough.
And we have 3 of them right in front of us.
Yeah. I
They all hold hands
With
and
our
we do a
powers
teleportation.
combined.
I am Captain Planet!
We're
Their
so
twin
close to
powers
the end, though,
activate.
guys.
Yes, but the village is the more important one.
I know. I agree.
I would rather get.
And now we know Aborigine is on the mountain, so...
Well, we can teleport ourselves.
Oh.
We can teleport
Bummer.
ourselves in 50 pounds, and that's about it.
So we put everyone into a giant pocket dimension, and you carried
We
it.
do have the portable hole.
That seems dangerous, though.
I mean, if it's a
We're in
teleportation.
Elysium.
This whole fucking plane is dangerous.
Fair.
You don't
Joe
think
went to the
fucking
same
huge
place
dragon-
I did.
Fair.
It was just
So if I
like,
have to hold my breath for a few minutes, I'm okay.
So to double check, can you just do it infinitely?
Yeah, I can do it at will.
So why don't we just
Sick, everyone
Right.
hop in?
one at a time?
One of the spells that they have is teleport. Self plus 50 pounds of objects only at will.
So literally, we can just one at a time hop
Pocket
over
homies?
in the bubble or the pocket dimension.
we
hole.
could put at least most of us into the
All of
hole.
us, and it has no weight limit, and itself weighs 0 pounds.
Hannah, we've
I
solved
think
your
I think it's a
puzzle.
tight fit with Gale, but like, so we'll be like squished together, but like, we'll
I
fit.
mean, I can hold my breath for a bit, so.
You have to hold it and
10
and
minutes.
portable is different like holding, and where the time is not.
The bag of holding has no air. The
Okay.
portable hole has 10 minutes of air.
Wait,
Will there be any bad side effects if we put the bag of holding in the
That was-
hole?
Yes, there is.
Then we can't.
Okay, good thing we
This
thought
is-
of that one.
This
Hold
is
on,
something
yeah.
that I did have to look up to double fucking check. It literally
you're about
opens up a gate to the astral plane.
Michelle, you're about
Okay,
to
well,
poo-poo this. She can hold the bag and hold the
I was
portable.
gonna.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. That's
Jill
fair.
and I are both thinking she has 2 hands.
One weighs 10 pounds, one weighs 0.
Fair.
I wish she had 3 hands. Please hold my hand.
If,
What?
if they're willing to help us, we can
I mean,
literally
yeah.
cut days off of this and potentially help Maddie faster.
One of them will just kind of
I
like.
say we do it.
One of them will just kind of like put their hand down to Ro and like kind of like hug her to her leg.
Or it's just like, oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what this is about, but I'm into it.
Do you cap a feel of the calf muscles?
It's hugging.
No.
Wow.
Very
Insight check.
respectful. Respectful.
I am touching
I'm not
respectfully.
lying.
But does
Nah, it's
anyone
probably
am
more
looking-
lower thigh.
does anyone have any big issues with this idea if they're willing to help us?
I mean, if they want to help.
Row one leg in the hole already, huh? No, I'm good.
Is there anything that we need to give you in return?
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna want some food and
Yeah,
quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
We don't have the greatest setup here to make food, but
I'm sure there's probably one back in town.
yeah. Yeah.
That's true. When we get there, we can give them food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
Maddie's the best chef in the world.
we'll just get somebody else to cover our shift, and nose goes, they'll go do it for us, and yeah, that'll be it.
Literally, Ro can inspire Maddie by saying that, and Maddie could even add a bardic inspiration to her role.
Yeah, Rose says
I can
Maddie's the best
guide,
chef in
sir.
the world.
No.
and Deo will be helping, so it'll get rid of the disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so at least
Normal
have
roll.
normal rolls.
You'll have a normal Ro plus bardic inspiration.
Plus guidance.
Plus
Oh my
guidance.
god, stop!
You really are the best chef in the world.
This is when she rolled a natural 20 first try.
This is
No.
suddenly the rest of this plot line comes in. It's actually a cooking competition. Let's get to it.
Wait, is it chopped or is it oh god, what's the other one?
This
It's
is Iron
Chef.
Chef.
This is absolutely Iron Chef.
It's the one. It's the show where Alton Brown makes people wear.
Okay,
weird
damn it!
bondage
You
gear.
went to where I was going to. I was gonna ask which one's gonna have Alton Brown having contestants wearing spreader bars. Apparently, what the
But
fuck,
wait,
Alton Brown?
If this is Iron Chef, what's the hidden ingredient?
White squid.
Ole,
There you go.
It's all coming
Wow.
together.
ole,
The
Kuzi.
circle of stupidity is complete.
Oh no.
Anyways, so if you're willing to help us, then yeah, we would love it.
Thank you, stuff.
Okay. Get us some food and get in the hole.
So wait, do you want the food first?
Get in the hole.
No,
Okay, good. I was gonna say we can't prepare the food right now. We have.
we also don't have ingredients here.
No.
Yeah.
Gail, I think since you're biggest, you should go in first,
All right.
and then me, and then we'll filter down with the smallest and squish.
Haru,
mean,
you might want to be a fox for
it's-
this.
It's 10 feet deep and a 6-foot diameter.
Yeah, but we have 2 tanks and one of them is 8 feet tall.
Haru,
so
you might want
it's
to be a
just a
fox for
squish.
this.
You know, at least it's not late-fall.
At least is that what?
Late-fall.
What word are you
Jace?
saying?
Late-fall.
I don't know what you're
You know,
Jace.
don't even worry about this week.
I'm
Jace,
so sorry.
speak English!
I don't know what you're talking about.
The antlers,
Elysium
you
is-
know...
Oh!
Late
Go
fall,
on,
okay.
big
Late-
old
late
on it.
Yes,
Oh.
okay.
I
There
get it
is a
now.
conversation happening in
The
game.
antlers is getting worse.
We were
The-
trying to
You're
figure
right.
out
I
what
was
you
I was actually just talking as both Fen and Valkyria.
Mhm.
So
This is what I
Uh,
heard when you
the
were talking.
Yeah.
late fall.
Level.
I'm sorry, Jace. We're not
About
busting
the
your.
same.
We're trying not to
Sorry.
bust your balls, buddy.
Always, it's the accent, man. I don't mind it unless I'm doing it correctly.
I need
You are.
titles.
What was that?
Gail's gonna need subtitles by the end of this. I can promise you that. It's only gonna get worse.
Don't make me do closed
It's just
captioning.
getting thicker and thicker.
It slowly is, actually. The better I
He's
get
just
at this
gonna.
accent.
By the end of
it
this, he's
is.
gonna turn to a Scottish farmer, and you won't
It's-
be able to understand shit.
Oh no, the only thing was to be done that, it'd be this deep of a voice.
Stop!
with an
You're
Irish
making this
farmer.
worse intentionally.
I'm starting to slur it a bit. Just a
Get in
bit.
the
A drunk
All
Irish
of you,
farmer,
get in the
which is
fucking
pretty
hole. Get in the
redundant.
fucking hole. Most in the
Fine.
road.
Clown car.
Be like
Okay.
an Irish sheep farmer from the Jacksepticeye video.
Yeah,
who
the
can
guy who just you can't
understand
understand a fucking thing.
Love
Okay, so are all of you gonna get inside of the portal hole?
Yeah.
I mean, to
so
be
we're
fair, the
doing
only person who wouldn't have to get in to get carried would be Bo.
Or how, in
Or
fact.
Haru.
Actually,
But-
in fairness,
But the teleport specifies objects, not people.
yeah, in fairness, it specifies objects, not people, and also they are wearing plate mail and carrying a greatsword.
That takes up some of the weight, yeah. But they will have our bag of holding temporarily.
For good reason.
and my fanny pack holding just in case.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
no.
Oh yes.
I don't
Good
know.
call.
No, I sent
The
the
pack-
pig.
It's full of
Wait,
gunpowder.
what were you
Pathfinder
saying,
pouch.
Raleigh?
No, I was like questioning. Did I sent the pig out into the pocket dimension? So I just want to make sure.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That's different.
Listing off our
I-
items.
Don't think that.
I think that's different. I don't think it. I
happens.
don't think
I
it.
hope
I don't think it.
not.
I don't think anything happens unless you try to like summon it.
Oh, I will.
Then
I
it-
will.
I think
It does
I'm gonna
specify that it
check.
interacts with, like, the bag of holding or portable hole or handy haversack.
Yeah, it's
That
just
it
just
doesn't.
it's just there. It's not like
a blanket statement. Anything that could fuck with the hole is not in the hole.
That's what.
You're right.
Not in-
And since that's the case, we will say the pig is definitely not inside the hole or the bag
Yeah.
of holding.
Yes, because they're in the pocket
Uh,
dimension. so-
Because double checking it, placing the piglet inside an extra dimensional space created by a bag of holding, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
That sounds about right.
That's why my brain was
Oopsie.
like, I need to double check this, because a lot of the times when it comes to like extra dimensional objects, they're like, don't put this in another thing like this.
I just
Yeah,
imagine
this is
that
bad.
man holding the pig.
Before Gale goes in,
Oh.
Gale's taking off his belt and handing it to one of them.
food pouch.
For,
We have
for
a
your
lot of like
safety.
extra dimensional like
Yeah, for your safety, remove all extra dimensional objects.
we have so many like extra dimensional shits.
Keep your
It's
hands
literally just like
inside.
the weapon scene from every movie where they're just pulling continuously weapons out of like their pants.
It's that scene from Sinbad.
Oh, that's such a good scene.
It is.
The
I
Matrix
had like
just
no.
opens up the
Still.
jacket. It's just all extra dimensional shit.
So,
Anyways,
It's my favorite.
you guys all hop right on inside of the portable hole, and as you guys enter, you see that it is dead quiet.
Oh.
And inside of this hole, there is nothing. The walls and the floor, or at least what you register as walls and floors, are pitch black. They do not reflect light in any way, shape, or form. And you all are sitting in the middle of this, in the dark, with no way to perceive where the edges are, save for by touching them.
It's sweaty down here. I hate it here.
This is fine.
So what do you guys do?
Gail's gonna start playing his pan flute.
I see. My brain just went to, what if I never had that cloak show up for Ro? And my brain just realized it would be like torture. Pitch black room with the sound of pan flutes.
It is just torture.
Wait, Ro also has an instrument. Even though she technically doesn't play it, it does make noise.
I know I can't play flutes anymore.
Yeah.
I can't play flutes.
No,
I did not
I
give
don't
that
know
up for
that.
Rudy.
No, Jill,
Again,
I gave
fun
you an
fact,
instrument,
Jill,
remember?
I mean, I also just have a lute in my inventory, at least.
That's true.
What instrument did you fucking
Faye
give
is
me?
wedged against someone in the wall, and she's like, I hate this so much. I'm the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life.
It's so
Yeah, but-
sorry.
This is for the greater good.
Mm.
I love the idea of it just being a horrible, awful, awkward silence. It's like, so.
So, hey, Ro, since we're finally trapped in the same space, I can say this. One of these days,
up?
when you least expect it, when you are sitting
Uh-huh.
vulnerable by yourself, I'm going to get you back for fucking my evil brother.
You can try.
You should fuck her evil brother. You have an evil brother, right?
Yeah. Sure, we could find one. I'm sure we can pretend to have one. Ah, no, not my evil brother. Don't fuck him.
Maybe it wasn't
too
best.
busy.
That's what you sound like.
I'm too busy.
Oh,
trying
I
to
said-
follow-
I said it wasn't best to write that thing in Celestial, wasn't it?
Well, I just still don't know what it says, but she
You
seemed to
should've
find it very
given you-
amusing.
No.
Just a little.
We can just
Hey.
For
feel.
your eyes on me.
You don't have to tell me. It's okay. But I really.
Also
I just
wanna
realized
point
there's a
out
way
they
I could find out.
basically
I
have-
could find out what it says.
What, Cody?
They
I could do it,
basically have
though.
comprehend languages, like, for reading stuff.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking
it doesn't
that.
matter what language it is in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I could theoretically find out what it says. I wouldn't do that to you.
Very
Maddie.
I
quietly.
mean,
don't
it's
do
not like
that.
I'm carrying a pair of glasses right now that I think Mercy is equipped to, technically, that lets her comprehend languages or anything.
Look, you haven't shown interest in my gauntlet before.
Mercy doesn't care, it's not her business.
And that's why I wouldn't
Exactly.
do it either. It's not my business.
Plus,
What's it?
also, I think
I would,
Maddie
if I could
kill
do
you.
it, I would do it.
Yeah.
But I can't, so I won't.
I was about to say, look, I know Maddie hates me,
Ro
but
already
I have a
knows
certain
too
level of
much.
respect.
I will
What?
point out, if Ro decided to simply swap one of her spells when she leveled up, she very well could get comprehend language.
Don't think about that one. Don't think about that.
Yeah,
Just thinking
and-
about it.
How long is this gonna take? I hate it.
I was content to let you guys sit and stew. You guys sit inside of this small, cramped, dark space for about 7 minutes. And you're starting to get a little nervous because not a lot's happening, and this area's getting warmer and a bit stuffier, and you're not liking this. And then eventually, the hole opens up at the top as it is placed back into a spot where you guys can exit out.
Oh, thank God. I'm out. I'm out.
Floor or wall?
It was ceiling.
Get me out of here.
It's the ceiling, so you guys climb out. Rose trapped in
I
there
live
forever.
here now.
No, Mercy would give her the boost.
So, you guys heft yourselves out of the hole, and you find yourselves standing. Nope. There we go. Much better. You guys find yourselves standing on the side of a mountain. And as you stand here and look out, you can see that it stretches out quite a ways, almost like in this sheer flat platform that has various areas and houses and rooms all set up for people to live in. And then there's just a sheer drop. And as you look off the side, you see that there are more buildings built onto the side of this mountain, like almost like it's just like climbing up the side of this sheer cliff, and people have decided just to start living here. And just to the side, you hear the distant rushing sound of a waterfall, as just a little ways away, there is a tremendous waterfall just pouring water out of it. You reckon it would be significantly more deafening, but there's probably some kind of a magical effect on it, as otherwise it would be difficult to hear just by the sheer size of this thing. Inside of this town, city, whichever you wish to refer to it as, there are many people. Some look mundane. Humans, elves, dwarves, as run-of-the-mill as can be. Others are a little bit more extraordinary. Tieflings of many colors and different appearances. Aasimar, some of whom are who have managed to, who look to be displaying their celestial heritage much more visibly than others. And then there are the more extraordinary creatures you see. Azata of all sorts, of all shapes and sizes. Some looking to be almost human, mundane. Individuals who only display their celestial nature with odd traits such as multicolored eyes or an unusual grace, and others which stand 10 feet tall and have coppery bright skin. This is a peculiar location you found yourselves in, but you are on the city on the side of the mountain. And you note this place is in a near constant state of celebration. People are happily speaking amongst one another, drinking, playing music, eating. Everybody appears to be having a good time and enjoying themselves. What do you wish to do?
We should probably keep our
I don't know if anybody else heard the applause from the music track in the background.
We should probably make sure to keep our side of the deal and find some stuff to cook them up something.
I have a place to do it at.
Yeah.
You're just gonna look around for somewhere like that.
Like
a
we
inn
should
or
also, I mean, find somewhere to rest, because I know Maddie's probably... We're reaching the end of our abilities to stay awake.
Yeah, we're all pretty tired right now.
So an inn.
And in a grocery store, essentially.
So, as you guys begin to wander away and try to find hopefully an inn and a grocery store, Dea, your passive perception is picking up on something following you.
I look behind us.
You see a four-legged creature standing behind you, starting to walk after you. As you see the familiar form of Doug walking over to greet you. And we will be ending the session there, as you guys have found yourselves in the city on the mountain, and as you guys try to figure out what the fuck to do next. Thank you everybody for being here. I love having you guys here in the chat. Thank you to my players. It's always fun being with you guys. You really do make this so much fun. Thanks to Ari and the other people who are in the chat. Thank you to the lurkers. We love having you. We'll be streaming again next Saturday, as well as Tuesday, a solo stream on Wednesday, and another on Friday. But with that, unless anybody else has something else to say, nope. Say goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.